Alright, let's get back. Let's get back. Hello, hi. It is indeed Monday, and I stuck to my word. We are streaming tonight. Teku says, hello, my fellow lore enthusiasts. Hello. So, we're going to... I mean, I don't really have much to say, really, about this specific stream, other than we're just going to be jumping right back to where we were before. However, I want to let you guys know something. I may have been spoiled by something at the end. And it's quite the piece of information that appeared. I am severely hoping it is, not necessarily what I think it's going to be. I do not want to pass that knowledge on to you. So, in case you people don't know, in case there's one of the two people watching me, I don't know. In case the other, I don't know. I just want to let that be known, that I gained a little bit of information, and it's in my mind. I will tell you that. It is most certainly in my mind. But we're not going to talk about that, of course. I'm going to try my best to not even think about it. So so y'all in the chat better, like, shut up, right? Lips are sealed. Move your hands away from the keyboard. Don't tell me anything, because I want to pretend that I never saw a thing, and that this is just going to be a normal stream, and that everything I'm going to be watching is 100% shocking. Okay? Okay, okay. So that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, no, I got pretty much nothing else other than let's just go ahead and jump back into it. Back to Nod-Krai, back to, us with Dotori trying to tempt us, and yeah. Okay. Alright, let's just shut off the music, go back to the infinite void, and let's start. Alright. What is it? Alright, everyone. Our next mission is clear. We need to contact all the major organizations, explain the situation to the public, and then begin the evacuation.
The residents of Nod-Krai are quite dispersed. The two most populated areas are the Southern Isles and Pyramida. Miss Lauma, I will leave Hisi Island and Nasha Town in your hands. I will liaise with the Fatui and Pyramida.
Agreed. We will reach out to Natlan and Snezhnaya. Anyone found north of the Experimental Design Bureau should follow the Fatui to Snezhnaya.
Oh, wow. Oh, dang. Sending a bunch of people on Natlan.
As for those dwelling south of that
it's pretty
line,
hot down there, you know?
I will ask the Voynich Guild to help persuade them to leave. Then I, Mr. Varka, and the Frost Moon Scions will escort them to Natlan.
The Voynich Guild has dealings with the Curatorium of Secrets. I will send them a letter vouching for your credibility. Yehoda, you should help Lauma. This is too big of a task for one person.
My wish has come true. You're willingly lending me your most capable employee for the day.
Wow.
Well, good for you if all this only takes a day. Of course, if it takes any longer, I'll be charging a fee.
Of course.
Boss, wait. Don't I get a say in this?
No, you're my employee.
Oh, I'm sorry. Something to add, Yehoda?
Well, no one's more important to me than you, boss. And remember how Lauma healed your eyes after that big battle? I think that's worth at least 2 or 3 days' work for the Frost Moon Scions.
Nope.
Are you completely incapable of acting in your own self-interest? Or do you simply devalue your own labor?
I just don't want to, die.
Are you sure you don't want to come with us?
Who will see to our other work if we're all busy evacuating residents? Sandrone insists that Columbina is still alive, and we have a traveler to rescue. There's much to be done.
But boss, I'm just worried that...
Well, Nefer, I'll link up with you once my tasks are complete.
What makes you think I'd need you to do that?
I'll need it. And considering the way you approach certain matters, I think he'll be better off with me present.
That's quite enough. Just focus on your work first.
I bet we're in for an uphill battle here. But we can help out too. Inefa and I are gonna help Nasha Town's residents carry their stuff.
Loading schedule. Store essential local research data and technology samples, then escort the people to Natlan. Understood. I will execute this to the best of my abilities.
Great stuff. Thank you, ladies.
I've contacted the Lightkeepers. A colleague of mine will join us shortly. I will persuade them to conduct a thorough search of the region to ensure that no civilians get left behind.
As for me, I guess
Yeah,
I'll be
Dory's
making
here.
an early return to Sumeru.
Well, see you later, guys.
I think it's important that someone informs the Dendro Archon of what's going on in Nod-Krai.
Honestly, I think we should inform all the Archons. I don't know, man. But I think some random crazy scientist having the power of the moons is a bit of an Avengers level threat. Just a thought.
Roger that. Someone should inform Mondstadt, too. Mr. Duran, can I trust you to handle that? I think you fly faster than any of us can run.
He can fly.
As an added incentive, get there fast enough and I'll see about getting your gliding exam waived.
Wait, what? Get there fast enough and I'll see about getting your... Okay.
Really? Ha! Mission accepted, sir.
How fast can he... How fast can he make it to Mondstadt?
I intend to stay behind and help Miss Sandrone with her research. She has some alchemy-related questions that she'd like me to explore.
She recognizes your expertise then. I wish you a fruitful collaboration.
Thank you. In truth, I was surprised to hear her express an interest in subject matter outside of machines.
I believe she has been investigating some Fontanian technology recently. She made a point of bringing the relevant materials with her when she left the Experimental Design Bureau. She's sorting through everything in her room as we speak.
I should mention that we have one other friend who isn't present. He hasn't made his position in all of this clear. But if we know anything about him, he's likely investigating on his own.
Who, Dainsleif?
Paimon's been very quiet today. But I know how close she and the Traveler are with the Natlanese. She should come with us to the border.
Okay. Paimon will do her best.
Make sure to heed Sandrone's warning. Many of us have been cursed by Dottore.
Yup.
As such, under no circumstances should anyone cross national borders. Remain within Nod-Krai.
Yeah, that's rough.
That aside, personally, I have faith in Columbina. Things look grim, sure, but who knows how it'll play out. Same goes for rescuing the Traveler. Both of them are important allies and friends. We'll be counting on you to gather intel on them, Miss Nefer.
Oh, wonderful.
Nikki.
You're all here.
It's Nicole.
That voice again. Nicole?
Hello.
Whoa, that was loud. And it came out of nowhere. So mysterious.
Sorry, this is the only way I can speak to you all right now. Please accept my apology. Anyway,
But like,
time
why
is short.
can't you talk
I'll
normally?
cut to the chase. We're still facing quite a catastrophe here at the world's borders. Alice has roped in every Hexencircle member she can get a hold of. Except for me. She told me I had to come and help you all out as a matter of urgency. I quote, "You love talking, don't you?" Well, now it's finally your time to shine.
Okay.
Take these.
All right.
Make sure the whole party gets one each.
All right.
You'll be in charge of making
Oh,
sure
look at the
everyone
little
stays
angel
connected.
wings. Look at the little angel wings. That's cute. That's cute. That's cute.
Huh? Is this a dodo communication device?
I love that Alice is like, hey, you like to yap, right? Yap to them.
Scanning. Unknown device. Analyzing. Unknown device. Conclusion. Cute.
Very cute.
Affirmative. It is cute and good. I believe that I quite like it.
That's funny.
This is no ordinary dodo communication device. It's my very own special modified version, specifically... Ah, sorry. I almost went off on another tangent there. Anyway, help yourselves. It will allow us to communicate over long distances within Nod-Krai. No more worrying about shuttling messages back and forth.
What astounding technology. Am I right in assuming that it relies on your personal abilities to function, Miss Nicole?
Yes, exactly. Right on cue, Albedo. Ah, I'd love to brag to you all about how it all works, but no, next time, next time. Anyway, I'll be right with you all,
Bro, she's
serving as a
literally me.
communication hub.
Nicole is literally me.
That's all from me. Head off as soon as you're ready. I'll be staying here to keep watch, and I'll be sending you my blessings.
Oh, look at that. We get to see what everyone's doing. Alright, contacting the Lightkeepers. Oh, I'm playing as Flynn's. Let me see your ears. Nah, they're normal. They're normal ears. Oh, it's the I don't know, the one guy that they like showed on their socials. However you pronounce his name, I don't know. You look like a sad boy. Is that a scar on your neck? Yo.
Ah, Sir Flint. Perfect timing. I just arrived myself.
You are most considerate, Master Ilua.
Ilua.
But in fact, I know you have been sitting here for quite some time.
If you saw me, why didn't you say something?
You know what? I just noticed, Ilua's probably like the only Nod-Krai character so far that actually looks like he's dressed for the climate. Well, that's assuming if Nod-Krai is cold. I assume Nod-Krai is cold. It just makes sense to me. If Nod-Krai is cold, this guy is like the only one actually dressed for it.
I was curious to see how long you could sit still for. Also, shouldn't you have managed to sense me approaching?
That would be a first. You always seem to appear out of thin air without making a peep. Also, how many times do I have to tell you not to address me as master? I don't qualify.
I beg to differ. Why should a young man so well versed in social graces as yourself not be worthy of that title?
Please, Lord Flint's.
Lord Flint's?
Sir Flint's. I'm begging you, don't flatter me into complacency like you do with everyone else.
You understand me better than most. My newest acquaintances tell me I love complimenting others. What do you think?
Cute.
I think they don't understand why you do it. You just love puffing people up till they're a big, happy ball of hot air that floats away into the sky.
Does that make them like easier to like, I don't know.
In all sincerity, I can only hope that they bring good tidings when they come back down to Earth.
Is the situation that bad?
We just held a strategy meeting. Let me fill you in.
Anyway, so I've been doing quite a lot outside of work. A lot of crazy world-ending stuff.
We need everyone gone from Pyramida. We also need a team of Lightkeepers to scour the more remote regions of Nod-Krai for civilians to evacuate.
I only hope we have enough personnel.
We do. Old Man Nikita will definitely help. And we can recall anyone out on patrol to focus on this instead.
Good. I'm sure you and the others will make short work of this. Now, don't forget. Once you've completed this task, make sure you and the rest of the team evacuate to either Snezhnaya or Natlan as well.
Flint?
If you've got something to say, Master Ilua, why not guess what I'm thinking right now?
You mentioned that you have something else to deal with later. How difficult is it going to be?
I doubt it will be easy.
I know you're a Lightkeeper, and it's your duty to protect others in times of crisis. But I have a feeling that you'll be walking into grave danger.
Was this something established earlier? I don't remember.
However bad things have gotten in the past, Nod-Krai has never faced a mass evacuation before. But from the sounds of it, you don't intend to come with us.
Oh.
I don't mean to pry, and it's probably none of my business.
Oh yeah, that's right, because he's
but
been
whatever
cursed,
it is you're intending, you don't have to go through with it, you know.
Oh yeah, that's right, because they're all cursed. They can't leave.
I've been afflicted with some sort of curse, and I'm told it may well trigger if I set foot outside of Nod-Krai.
Oof.
As such, I cannot leave. I have to act, if for no other reason than to fight this curse.
What? No. Why? Why would anyone want to curse you?
Let's just say that I got involved with the protagonist. So, yeah, like I said, Lua, a lot of world-ending stuff.
There are plenty of people out there willing to trample over others in pursuit of their own goals.
Frankly, Sir Flint, I am furious. You're making light of what is an incredibly serious situation.
No, he ain't. No, he isn't. He's been, like, pretty whatever about it, I guess, but, like, he's not making light of anything.
Indeed I am. And?
And what? I told you, I'm furious about this.
Nothing I can do about it, I'm afraid. Things happen, and we just have to deal with them. If you find yourself feeling angry, perhaps start by drinking a big glass of water.
Hydrate yourself.
Hey, you mean you're completely unmoved by my anger? I'm devastated.
Then allow me to express my sincerest regret. Come by the lighthouse sometime. We'll catch ourselves a few fish, have a little barbecue, play some cards, and bask in the sun.
Maybe I need to spell this out. Lean in a little, Flint.
So I've had a crush on you for the past couple years, and I'm just kidding.
Oh my, this doesn't bode well.
Word is that you were caught up in a real horror show recently. People were amazed that you returned safe and sound. They've been debating whether you're even human.
Oh, trust me, there's a lot of humans that get involved in this, and they come out fine.
I've
physically.
returned safe and sound from plenty of crises. When you say people, do you mean other people? Or do you just mean you?
True.
Fine. I'll be frank. You're not human, are you?
Heavens. Now that's a horrifying thought.
Great response.
You know what? Forget it. We'll revisit this once it's all over.
A sound plan. Albeit a little ominous sounding.
Just promise me you'll come back in one piece, all right?
For you, Master Ilua. How could I refuse? Also, please pass my regards on to our colleagues. Tell them, thank you all for your assistance. Please put safety first as you proceed with the operation.
This poor dude has, like, no idea what's going on. All he sees is that something's up with Flynn's, and that the world's ending and Flynn's can't leave, and he's like, dude, what's wrong with you?
I have to keep searching for a path toward reality.
It's like, can't you see that I'm worried for you, my guy? Can't you see? Although, like, I don't know. There's a part of me where he's like, oh man, you've been through so much stuff and you come back completely unscathed. You're not human, are you? And I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, throughout the story, ordinary humans be doing some crazy stuff. So, like, I don't know if that's really enough proof in this universe to prove that someone's not human. But I get it. Like, they're clearly close. Like, they're clearly close enough that Ilua knows that something's up. Doing this again?
This should do it.
Okay.
The last 2 times I tried to influence reality in this space, it consumed a lot of Kuvaki. I'll try and be more careful this time. I need to leave key clues behind using less power. I hope everyone still remembers what I said on Moon Prayer Night.
Can I go in? Thank you. Never.
Nothing here either.
It's very empty.
Flints?
Ah, Miss Nefer.
What are you doing here?
I just spoke
Whoops.
with Itlua about arrangements for the search and came for a walk nearby.
Okay, we're continuing.
As for you, why would... Huh. It appears we...
As well as
shoot.
figuring out
No,
how
that
to
was
gather
my mistake.
intel on...
That was my mistake.
As for you, why would... Huh. It appears we think along similar lines. And neither of us likes to accept things at face value.
Okay.
As well as figuring out how to gather intel on the Traveler, I wanted to confirm some of my own suspicions.
And those are?
Also, we'll need to bring a lot of force to bear against Ettore, even if we're only looking to rescue the Traveler. We can't leave anything to chance. You don't think Columbina perished either, do you?
I'm merely considering the possibility
Okay.
that she survived,
Makes sense.
just as you are. How much can we really know about a deity like her anyway?
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. You know, I mean, she's still a god, you know, as much as Columbina might not want to be, she still is one, so it's like, yeah, no, I doubt that was the end of her.
Do you remember what she said on Moon Prayer Night? About using moonlight to send messages to us.
Yep.
Of course. I think that's why we're both here.
Aw, that's adorable, actually.
Where have you checked so far?
I've been focusing on the outdoors. Anywhere the moonlight shines. I checked most of Nasha Town, but didn't find anything.
I checked the Curatorium of Secrets, and a few rooms where I thought I might find some leads. But no luck here either. The only places I haven't looked yet are the rooms in the flagship. But process of elimination isn't the only thing that brought me here.
Oh, really? What's your other reason?
After all that build-up, our mystery ally never showed up even once.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Am I imagining things?
So what is that?
Come on, let's see what's going on.
What is that? Oh. Okay.
Oh no. I knocked over a vase as soon as I came in. It must have been caused by a Kuvaki fluctuation when I entered the space. Although, it seems like I'm not about to be pulled away this time. It looks like as long as I'm careful with my actions, it doesn't count as influencing reality.
Okay, makes sense, makes sense. Just knocked over a vase. Not exactly changing the events of the story.
Anyway, is this the flagship? The Traveler mentioned that's where she was staying. I only went into the lobby last time, so I've never actually been here before. How does this space work? If nothing else, I can now be sure that it is not simply memory.
How does she... Wait, hold up. Oh, okay, okay. Because she's never been into the like, hotel part.
She mentioned where her room was. I think it's this one. The door is closed. But if this is anything like when I disappeared, then maybe...
Yeah, she can go right through. Of course, there are only 2 rooms. Yep.
She and Paimon aren't here at the moment.
My headcanon is that, like, canonically, like in the purpose of the story, there's probably, like, more. You know, it's like a normal tavern. There's some other rooms. But for the sake of game, for the sake of, like, space, they only put 2.
I hope she's okay. I wonder what happened to her after that battle with Ettore.
Quite a lot.
Best Best not to dwell on that for now. I need to try and leave them some clues. Please, Traveler. I really hope you find this.
It was a cat that knocked it over the whole time.
Huh. Just a cat.
Nothing else here strikes me as noteworthy.
I love that it's using the thing that I think it was Nicole mentioned way back in Sumeru about manipulating fate.
Didn't you stay here for a couple of nights once?
Before Rerir showed himself, yes. It's also where the Traveler and I first met.
Yep, I remember.
Did you notice anything unusual during your stay?
I remember thinking how much noisier the flagship is at night compared to the graveyard. Other than that, no. The Traveler and Paimon were most congenial neighbors.
This is where they've been staying, yes? Over here?
That's right.
I wouldn't usually condone breaking and entering, but we can make it up to them later.
All right.
Focus now. I have to write a message on the wall using Kuvaki, just like I said on Moon Prayer Night. Simply open your windows on nights when the moon shines bright, and the moonlight will naturally flow towards the words I have written. Here goes. I'll need to carefully control my strength.
Oh. Oh. Oh, okay. Just don't go over. Ah, it's easy. Oh, okay. What exactly are we writing? Oh, music shut off. It's not back on. Here I was being like, what? This is easy. I would like to rescind my comment. Okay. Man, if only I could read.
There's a noise outside the door. Is she back? Please, you have to see these words.
But they don't see her.
Well, do you sense anything?
Unfortunately, no.
And this place was our last chance.
Not necessarily. We've only looked in Nasha Town so far. Miss Columbina said she would leave messages at her friends' dwellings. It's still worth checking where Miss Lauma lives and where I live.
Let's try and make some time to look into those then. Wait.
What?
What are you waiting for?
What?
Paimon might have overeaten slightly. What's that look for? This is a victory feast. It's normal to eat a little more than usual.
Oh my god, was it at a different time? Yeah, it was at a different time, wasn't it?
The Traveler in Paimon. It's really you. But why are they talking about a victory feast?
Huh.
Is this
You
the
weren't
future?
Paimon sick while you were out there fighting Rerir.
Oh,
so
no,
this is your
this
chance
is
to
still
make it up
past.
to her. All right?
Wait. So this is the night after the battle against Rerir. How did I end up here? That's quite a long time ago now. Wait. Time. That's it. Every time I've entered reality within this space, it's been at an earlier point in time.
Huh.
Every one of those points has been before I fell into the moon's reflection. And everything I've done to affect reality really did happen in the past. Does this mean that within the moon's reflection, time flows backwards.
Okay.
Starting from the moment I fell in.
Not long till Moon Prayer Night now. It's gonna be even livelier than tonight. Although, it's gonna be sad saying goodbye to the damselette. She seems like a really nice person.
Paimon. No, I can't. Even if I make contact, they probably won't understand what's going on. And in any case, I'll likely get pulled away again if I do.
Yeah.
Instead, I have to find a way to get them to notice what I've written using the moonlight. Wait. Even I hadn't thought of doing that before Moon Prayer Night. They'd never conceive of that possibility.
Yeah, they wouldn't know.
Is there truly no other way?
Don't lose heart. We'll find a way somehow.
Huh?
Right?
Oh, you say that, but the Frost Moon is beyond the fall sky. If we wanted to go visit her, how would we make it through to the other side?
We might not have all the answers now, but I'm sure we'll find a way one day.
Huh. Guess someone's gotta be the optimist.
The present. The future.
Yes?
That's right. There are still things I can do.
What's your plan?
Flint's, when you were staying next door, did you ever open the window?
Oh?
No. The rooms here are dark and
Oh.
damp. And there's such a buildup of dust on the windows that the moonlight can't even get in. I didn't think it was worth the trouble.
The moonlight.
Or maybe, you know, I don't know, like it's cold outside. Again, assuming Nod-Krai is supposed to be cold.
I think I see where you're going. One moment. I'll see if the owner is available.
Don't bother. Time is of the essence.
You're gonna break the window? You better pay for that.
Time. Even if no one sees what I've written at this moment, maybe someone will remember what I said after Moon Prayer Night. I need to write down as much information as I can.
Oh.
And maybe one day...
It breaks the window.
Huh? What's up with you? You can't even hold your cup steady. Are you getting tired?
A little.
Well, you should probably hit the hay then. You've had a really tough couple of days for you.
You truly have. You helped defeat Rerir, helped me reclaim my name, and you helped the others organize Moon Prayer Night. Wherever you are right now, I'm sure you're still fighting against the injustices of fate. This is all I can leave for them.
More minigame or no?
How I wish I could stay here.
No, okay.
But it's time for me to go. I hope to see you again in the next time, and if the opportunity presents itself.
I will surely return to your side.
That what you wrote?
Huh.
Hey, you should filled it with a bunch of, yeah.
Columbina. She's alive.
Not only that, but she's left us an entire wall's worth of clues.
Awesome.
She even wrote down what would happen on Moon Prayer Night. It's just a shame we found it too late.
I am here. Time in this place flows backwards. I am constantly moving forward.
It sounds like she's found a way to influence the past using Kuvaki. But her future is our past.
So, these words have been here ever since we defeated the Reikir of Solnari. We just never discovered them. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? Do you ever mull over questions like that?
Only when I'm in a good mood and at leisure.
Well, I never do. Everything that has happened already belongs to the realm of fact.
Fair enough, yeah.
As a business person, and especially an intel broker, What I do is extrapolate from those facts to try and read the future.
An admirable philosophy.
It's a means of survival. Let's go. We have a wall's worth of clues to share with the others.
Don't think about it too hard, just keep going. Right, who are you following? Sandrone and Albedo. Okay, okay. It's loading, it's loading. Oh no! Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, the last time we saw her. Yeah, the last time we saw her was quite emotional. Aw, no, girlie, you good?
It appears that the doctor's energy signature has changed to something similar to Kuvaki, but not like the Kuvaki we're used to.
It's a pale imitation.
Nod-Krai's Kuvaki devices will only have a limited effect on it. I can see why you've chosen to place your hopes in alchemy instead.
Makes sense, yeah.
Also, I must say these books are rather profound.
My subordinates just shipped them in from Fontaine. Some of them are from the Narcissenkreuz Ordo. Some are incident reports from Petrichor, and then there's a few test reports for these junk machines. Additionally, after some further scanning, I've discovered something extremely annoying.
What's that?
Tevat's skies contain multiple moons.
Yes.
A long time ago, when I did my first scan, I detected 3. Just as the legends say.
Makes sense, makes sense.
But when I checked again just now, I detected 4 moons.
Okay. That's definitely the Dottore, like his mechanical moon thing, right?
So there's one extra?
Yeah. Originally, I thought that if I could still find 3 moons, that would at least mean Columbina's still alive. But then it occurred to me that apart from the frost moon, Tevat's moons are just husks.
I mean, they're shattered, yeah.
And husks surely shouldn't show up in the scan, since they're not alive.
Well, I mean, they're still there, they're just broken.
It's weird, isn't it? If we can't even distinguish between a dead and a living moon, how are we supposed to know whether a moon goddess is still alive? Or does this mean that the moon marrows are equivalent to the moons themselves?
It's certainly possible. In which case, the 4th moon you detected may be Dottore's artificial creation.
So he wasn't bluffing. He really built his own moon marrow. Ugh, I'm so mad right now.
It's easy to get overwhelmed when you have too much on your plate. Maybe you need to relax. Perhaps try going for a walk, or simply take a few deep breaths.
I don't breathe.
Nothing can calm me down at a time like this. I need more time, and I need progress.
It's Mr. Flynn's.
I really hate that ringing tone. Ugh. First the 4 orthants of the Narcissenkreuz, then moon marrows.
Okay.
Now what?
Oh, sorry if we're disturbing you. Might I ask what's troubling you?
What do you want? We're busy.
Are you still at the Curatorium of Secrets?
Yeah.
Oh,
Look,
yeah.
Everyone else is still out, so there's no hurry. Plus, I'm busy, so I would appreciate if you gave me some space.
Even though we have crucial intel to share?
Fine. I'm listening.
Do you intend to share it via the Dodo communication device?
Ordinarily, I would, but this is a unique situation. I think it's best that we discuss it in person. See you at the Curatorium.
All right, then. So, what's the situation?
The rest of the team is still out working on their missions and evacuations. But we've decided to fill you in on the most crucial information first.
Sandrone, you were right. Columbina is most likely still alive.
What'd I tell y'all?
That's the best news we've received in a while. By a long way.
Well, that's good.
random locations. Appearing in reverse order? Are you serious? So not dying isn't enough for the moon goddess, huh? She has to show off too.
Yeah.
Anyway, does this mean we can deduce her condition from the moon marrows?
Miss Androne, there's nothing wrong with simply admitting that you're happy to hear the good news.
Yeah, no, I can imagine that Sandrone is very exhausting to be with. Like, I know a lot of people like her. I like her. She's really funny. But yeah, no, definitely, like, if you're actually with someone like that, it's like, man, just talk normally.
I'm not. And she's the least of our problems. We're facing a huge crisis.
Tsundere.
If she can't control the flow of time in there, she's just gonna keep moving backwards. Different points in time won't intersect, and she'll never find a way out.
Let's say life begins with a drop of water. When did time begin? The moment this planet came into being?
Okay, those are some deep questions, alright?
No, that's not right. Her final destination would be the moment at which the space she is in was created.
Makes sense, yes.
But it doesn't seem like we can influence that space from the outside world. So how can we help her? Also, if she's alive, Rerir and Thelindis might be too.
That is true.
But
that is true.
As far as we know, neither of them have come back out. That space may not have an exit at all.
I'm afraid I must concur with Miss Nefer in this.
Can't exactly argue with that. Let's leave it there for now. I've taken notes on everything you said.
Will it help with your research?
I doubt it's gonna help with breaking Dottoro's energy fields. But who knows when it might come in handy. Better to have it all written down than try to remember everything when I need it. All right, I need to get back to my research. Mr. Albedo has made a lot of suggestions that will require my undivided attention.
Sure.
Oh, whoops.
I'll stay here. I have things to work on. Paimon, are you there?
How's Paimon doing?
Oh, right.
Oh.
She went with Loka to Natland,
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
she? Good thing we've moved her and the Traveler's luggage in here. Speaking of the Traveler, where could they be?
I'm being tempted by Dottore.
There's a note from Paimon.
Paimon here. Not in at the moment, but if anyone needs to borrow her stuff or the travelers, go ahead and help yourself. Paimon won't be mad.
Okay.
Also, traveler, if you get back before Paimon, make sure to get some rest.
That's cute, that's cute.
Paimon misses you a lot, but put your health first, alright?
How sweet. Well, since you offered, Paimon, don't mind if I do. This is the Traveler and Paimon's luggage. All the items they use day to day are here. It's well organized. I wonder which of them is responsible for that. What do we have here?
Among the daily necessities, here's a photo.
The camera captured a special moment that can only occur between people who are close to one another. You can really sense how the photographer feels about their subject. I wonder why this picture was placed outside. Is it because Paimon recently looked at it?
She misses us so much, guys. There's also a thick adventure handbook in there. A record of the traveler's achievements and memories into that.
This must belong to the Traveler. Perfect. I'll use this.
Whoa, okay, snooping through our stuff. I
Hang
mean, I
in
know
there.
Paimon said, like...
We'll find you.
I mean, I know Paimon said, help yourself, but how would we feel? How would we feel? A little bit invasive. We're not here to say no. Wait.
Polonia.
Oh my god.
Search keyword world formula and bring me all relevant books.
Go. Yo, I'm walking as the robot. What? I'm walking as the robot. Guys, look at this. Also, bruh, Genshin, literally. Like, you can make me move as the big buff robot, but you can't have any playable characters look like this? Come on, come on, come on, Hoyo, what is this? What is this? Okay, what was this? What was saying? Yeah, okay, getting some documents. Just looking around. We're just in the bar. Oh. Y'all. Y'all, is this stuff for me to read? Is this stuff for me to read? Is this lore? Oh my gosh. Keyword not located. Can I still, like, look at it? Yes, I can. What's this? Oh, okay. What's this? Yeah, that's the word formula. Romurian stuff? Y'all, you know that I need to read this. Y'all know that I need to read that. Okay. Yeah. No. Place the book back. What's this? Stuff of Fountain of Lucine. Oceanids. Deformed. Oh. Okay. Okay, guys, I'm reading this. We're reading this, guys. Okay. Sit down. Collect some popcorn. You could be like, Pep, I thought you said that you were going to try to speed through the story. Okay, yeah, but here's the, when it comes to this stuff, okay, when it comes to when it comes to these things, okay, I eat this up, okay, especially when it has anything to do with, like, the big massive lore stuff, and also Fontaine. Although this would most definitely not have any Natlan lore. Just like Fontaine and Natlan lore, I like eat that up. I eat that up like there's no tomorrow. Okay. Alright, so this has to do with Elaine Guillotine, right? Yes, it is. Okay. I'm gonna try to read it like semi-fast for you people so you don't get too bored. Let me just get my water. Okay. We were assigned to the same lab. I was nervous at first, since everyone said he was a child prodigy. Since the disaster, such people are more precious than ever. I had thought that an institute star recommended by higher-ups might be more full of himself, but he's much better than I expected. He's not the most sociable sort. No obvious symptoms. What the hell do symptoms mean? I made a huge mistake and knocked over an ancient geometry machine and that took a lot of effort to bring back from the desert ruins. The machine came to life and made a huge mess of things. Though he's a lot younger than me, he's really smart. I can't believe that's how he managed to tame the machine. Maybe taming isn't the right word. Maybe the other engineers will look down on me for using it, but it really did feel like taming. I know modern clockwork machines well enough, so I can see the huge technological gulf between the two. Even disregarding construction, we will make little meaningful purpose if we do not resolve the power issue. But I still have to be careful. I've never seen Elaine angry, and I don't want to find out what it looks like when he's angry. A few minor symptoms. Took the day off. Okay, so this is obviously, they're talking about desert tech, so like Deshret stuff, I guess. As we all know, his tech is highly advanced, more advanced than Fontaine. They're like borderline sentient. Took the day off. I can hardly believe it. Elaine came to visit me and even brought his sister. She's a lovely little lady and unafraid of strangers. A fine day indeed. We discussed the idea. Oh my god, hold up. No, keeping that to myself, just for now. We discussed the idea of a thinking machine based on gems and tape circuits. I used the word discussed, but actually I just said things like, oh, or that's really amazing, or how will you do that? Whenever he paused and didn't make any real contributions. He was really into it though, and he behaved very differently than he usually does in the lab. His little sister is probably way smarter than I, and I'm a research assistant, sorry. It seems there are interesting upsides to having my disease flare up. Oh. It seems there are interesting upsides to having my disease flare up, but I prefer to return to the Institute as soon as I can. Okay. The additional machines got here. The previous ones are no longer usable since they are completely dismantled, but it did clear a lot of things, at least according to him. Something about it being driven by elements in the ley lines, and an interaction we cannot recreate with our own current level of industrial precision and material science. I helped to compile the report, but there's so much I couldn't understand. Apparently, lots of people are secretly unhappy that Elaine is getting more research resources than they are. But if you ask me, he's smarter. Oh yeah, okay, I read that right, sorry. But if you ask me, everyone's smarter than me, and they should get along. We'll be making the world a better place that way. His sister said that some of their friends will be joining the Institute. I'm looking forward to seeing them. No obvious symptoms. Okay, so the symptom is by Carter. Oh wait, isn't this the guy that got turned into a hilichurl? Is it? Oh man, I don't remember. Okay. ... Joined the lab as new partners, but now their conversations are doubtly confusing. Oh, I understand every word on its own just fine, but once they string them all together, I can't make heads or tails of it. Jacob is really the only one even close to being on the same level as me. I feel ashamed just writing that. An adult looking for reassurance from a child as young as he is. I feel like I've lost all sense of self-respect a grown-up should have. Based on their research on the machinery, seems like they decided to adopt this name. Prime Energy? Oh, it's Prime Energy, okay. Elaine and Renee are thinking about trying to use characteristics of Usia and Numa to construct new kinetic cores. A few major symptoms. Is this just telling the story of the Narcissian Crits? Hey, I'm into this. I may have contributed! Well, maybe. I went on a picnic with Elaine, his sister, Renee, and Jacob. It was technically supposed to be field research, but the idea came from Elaine's sister and me. We thought they lived a little too outside of their research, so we asked the Institute's director to arrange something. Petrichore's not exactly the most exciting place, but the scenery is quite lovely, since you can see the great waterfall. I brought a camera from the Institute to take photos for them. I do hope we'll have more outings like this one, especially since that means more opportunity to take photos of his sister. Okay. After all, Elaine is always working. Given how he will not be with his sister as she grows up, these photos will come in handy when he begins to regret not spending more time with her. That's cute, actually. That's really cute. Then he'll be able to see how much she was at Then he'll be able to see how much she... I cannot read. What is wrong with me? Then he'll be able to see how she was at different times, and it won't sting quite so much! Exclamation point. If only my family had enough money for a camera, and if only things hadn't gone so wrong. I'm sure my mom would have taken lots of photos of me. Renee and Jacob like Elaine's sister a lot too. When the four of them hang out, she sometimes acts like an older sister to them, despite being the youngest. A fascinating dynamic. Nah, that's just being around boys. Seems to be interested in the seems to be interested in the ruins and the stone statues here. Renee also mentions something about a troop and seals. Even though we went out there to have a bit of fun for once, they were still thinking about research. No obvious symptoms. Took the day off. Elaine's sister came to me along with Jacob. Elaine and Renee couldn't make it because their experiment is at a critical stage. They didn't have to tell me any of that, of course. That I was able to help at all despite my limited abilities is already fulfilling. I heard that Elaine and the Institute's director came to see me, separately, while I was unconscious. Okay. I feel bad that they came all this way for nothing. I wasn't even awake. Still taking some time off, but I hope to go back and help them again soon. I found out they were graduates from the Narcissian Crits Institute, and that made me very happy. They talked about the director and the vice director as well as their adventures, and it made me feel like a kid again. The only detail that didn't make sense was the cake the vice director made, because it felt like punishment when we had it. All right? After the disaster, I lost contact with pretty much all my friends. I'm so happy that they were able to find each other again. I wonder how my friends are doing. They're probably trying to rebuild the Narcissocrits Institute. I've got to go and check it out I've got to go and check it out next time. Talked about talked about the thinking machine again. I had an idea about making a thinking camera so that it could take photos of those precious to him while he's busy. He thought it was kind of pointless, but it had security and surveillance applications. They did it! Exclamation point. The light bulb came on. I was lucky to have recovered in time to witness this historical moment. It's quite a pity, but I hope Renee and Jacob will make the breakthroughs of their own in their own research topic. I read that all wrong. I hope Renee and Jacob will make the breakthroughs of their own in their own research topic. No, I read that right. But I also hope that they get better assistance than me. No obvious symptoms. Took the day off. There were several visits while I was unconscious. It's a shame. All I could do was read the letters they left behind. Jacob left me a note inviting me to his and Renee's lab. There's something they want to talk to me about. I hope I can get out of bed soon. Anne brought a few flowers for me, but they already wilted by the time I woke up. Took the day off. That's pretty funny. I was able to get out of bed today. This is where I first met Elaine. For a time afterwards, I documented the experimental procedures and phenomena based on his oral descriptions while standing here for the first time. He was trying to start up the machinery below in an ill-fitting lab coat. Renee and Jacob entered through the door, and Elaine would temporarily forget to act the young genius, rushing towards them like an energetic kid. Here I bore witness to the first successful controlled annihilation reaction. The brilliant light cast a deep, dark shadow, and I believe history was made in that moment. Will someone like me, so excited I knocked over the ink bottle, play a role in an event that will go down in history? Behind the locked door on the other side is Renee and Jacob's lab. It seems access was limited due to the dangerous nature of their research. They are destined to become towering figures in history. I guess Elaine moved to another lab. Based on his plan, once the energy problem was solved, he would study kinematics? I'll go greet him later. I wonder how Anne is doing now. What matter of beauty will she grow up to be? I'll stop writing here. I don't have much time left. I hope everything goes well. Yeah, this is when, I forgot which one of the kids got turned into, a pile of goop. Interested. That was pretty long, though. That was pretty long. Okay, what's this? Okay, let's see. Though it's a shame, we'll have to miss it. I was looking forward to Coppelius's? Okay. I was looking forward to Coppelius's new work. Ever since he was a child, he's always been incredibly talented. Out of consideration for everyone's safety, it has been decided that the Institute shall close. Driven by energy and vigor of youth, the young ones are clamoring to go out and do battle. I hope someday they will understand the importance of prioritizing post-disaster reconstruction over marching off to die. I fear that it shan't be long before we must depart. We've chosen a good piece of land near the Fountain of Lucine as the post-relocation site. They even say they want to share the land to build an opera house. Okay, so the opera house is, like, fairly new. They say they even want to share the land to build an opera house. They'd sooner set faces aflame with shame and laughter. To think that anyone would be so comical. We're going to pay our respects at Basil's grave. I hope it all turns out like Emmanuel? Okay. I hope it all turns out like Emmanuel said. However, it's the Institute's responsibility to support gifted and talented youths. Met with the newly appointed Eudex. He has a peculiar temperament. Seems much more reliable than Leon and those other clowns. Okay. So this is So Neuvillette is brand new here. If all goes well, then it has potential to completely revolutionize if all goes well, it has the potential to completely revolutionize our understanding of clockwork mecha. The proposed methodology and plan are reliable, worth paying more attention. The results of early phases have been satisfactory. We will increase our investment. Carter's leave requests have been increasing in frequency. Better have someone keep an eye on him. He may be having financial difficulties. Not like it's possible for it to be a family matter. After some consideration, I've decided to enroll them and temporarily assign them to the same lab. However, I'm concerned about the impact of their joining after Elaine on the mental state of the others. However, I'm concerned about the impact of their joining after Elaine on the mental state of the others. Must keep careful watch. I think there was a translation goof. Still unconscious during the visit, so couldn't speak. Decided to take a blood sample to see if there's a cure or a way to mitigate it. Although the proposed research plan is expected to face challenges in obtaining recognition, I believe it holds significant practical value, so it justifies approval. Toxins remain in the soil and water and have not yet been fully neutralized. The water is producing deformed oceanids. In a way, this could be a reflection of previous events. I only just learned that these are Carl's adopted children. It's a shame the Narcissenkreuz Institute no longer exists. This could be the biggest breakthrough in the century. It will change all of society. The report mentioned abnormal movements. I'll have to find a chance to talk to Emmanuel about it. I'm trying to remember when does this take place? But I'm pretty sure it's talking about the same thing about them trying to make a descender. But wait, no, they're still kids though. Okay, that must have been when one of the friends turned to goop, right? Or not? Wait, no. That doesn't make any sense though, because the newly appointed Eudex, it's Neuvillette, and Neuvillette arrived in Fontaine 100 years after the Cataclysm, and for all we know, these are just normal people. So I don't know. Okay, what's this one? Irrelevant engineering blueprint. Okay, thank you. Okay, can I read this? Thank you. All right, let's see. My assigned assistant doesn't seem very reliable. Unlikely that the power sources of those war machines can be used at the moment. Core's far too dangerous. I'll get them to seek out other mysterious machines. No problems worth reporting today. I went out with Anne under my adopted father's watchful eye to seek inspiration at sites where battles took place. Ran into Renee and Jacob. Oh, this is Elaine. This is Elaine talking. Sweet, okay. No, let me reread this. I didn't even notice. My assigned assistant doesn't seem very reliable. Unlikely that the power sources of those war machines can be used at the moment. Course far too dangerous. Okay. No progress worth reporting today. Went out with Anne under my adopted father's watchful eye to seek inspiration at sites where battles took place. Ran into Renee and Jacob. The assistant doesn't seem reliable. Caused some accidents. Just another obstacle to overcome. This kind of machine seems to take arbitrary external forms. Quite interesting. Research will focus on power source. Research prime energy machines. Assistant took the day off, asked Anne for help. Recommended Renee and Jacob to the director of the institute. So it's the same story, just in his perspective. Research prime energy. Oh wait, no, okay. Oh no, it's the same. Researched prime energy machines. My assistant still isn't back. I'll go pay a visit. Found Renee and Jacob's adopted father with my own adopted father's help. Okay. The supplementary prime energy machines have arrived. Should be able to make progress now. Assistants seem to be in good spirits, probably just a minor illness. Research prime energy machines. Renee and Jacob joined the institute. They have been assigned to my project. Field research today. Interesting machine statue. Research Prime Energy Machines. Research Prime Energy Machines. My adopted father visited, but I was too busy to host him and scolded me. I'll remember to apologize next time when I see him. Research Prime Energy Machines. Assistant took the day off. On the threshold of a major breakthrough, assistant took the day off, too busy to visit, and scolded me. I'll go tomorrow. That's funny. On the threshold of a major breakthrough, forgot about the visit. Am sorry. Will invite everyone to go with me. That's funny. Forgot about the visit. Sorry. Took the day off. Assistant took the day off. Assistant took the day off. Went to visit. An idea. A virtual neural network based on a vast quantity of thinking units instead of logic trees. Cameras? Research Prime Energy Machines. Assistant took the day off. Research Prime Energy Machines. Assistant took the day off. Research Prime Energy Machines. Renee and Jacob went to begin conducting their own research today. Assistant took the day off. A breakthrough. Patient application process is too annoying. Forget it. Assistant's condition seems alright. Still a little worried. Considering the gap in medical technology, advise assistant to go to Sumeru. That's... Oh man, I love that, like, Fontaine canonically has shit medicine. Took the day off, researching machine schematics next. Must make a materials list. Visit. They said a bigger lab has been prepared for the schematic experiment, but I've decided not to move on for now. Visit. Been urged to move to the lab several times, but if the lab is moved, my assistant might not be able to find it. A pain. Visit, moved to my lab. Oh, look at that. He had a little bit of a character arc going on here, you know? Like, he had a little bit of a character arc. He's like, oh, my assistant, kind of sucks, and, I'm not gonna pay attention to him. And then his sister's like, hey, yo, like, go visit him. And he's like, alright, fine, visit. Meanwhile, Renee and Jacob are turning their friend into goop. Okay. That's it. Yeah, that's it. That was a lot. Wait a second. No, I missed something. It was this book! It was this book! Oh well. I don't know. I don't know if I can read it. It's fine. It's fine. Alright, back to story. We're back to story, guys. I couldn't read the one that he's holding. A shame, but whatever.
Let's see. This one is on Tonki's sermon dictation concerning the apocalypse. I believe that the correct term for this is Fortuna. This was an ancient Romorian technology, a wisdom unparalleled.
It's just fate. Come on. It's not... Guys, it's literally just fate. That was just the word they used for fate.
I never imagined that Romorian ideas would be so similar to the diagram I have named, the world formula.
'Cause it's
this
fate!
This is strong evidence that...
It's the same thing!
Human civilization should gradually shed possibilities as it continues to explore and evolve. The end of humankind may well be upon us right now.
No, okay, see... Fortuna was just fate. It's just fate. Fortuna is just the word that the Romurians used. Now, as in the actual, like, technology question mark that Remus used, or I guess it was just his divine power, I don't know. The actual thing that Remus used was the Phobos. It was not, it's not Fortuna. Like nitpicking tiny little details.
The sparks of civilization shall run out, unless we consider introducing variables from outside the system. Variables. Surely that can only mean one thing. Descenders?
Makes sense.
Dottore likely captured the Traveler because of her descender status. But the Three Moons' authority comes from the world itself. Why would Dottore need anything beyond that? Where does this variable factor in? The world formula calculates the fate of an entire world. Introducing a variable would therefore give us...
No, see, because what it is like, yes, Dottore has the power of the Three Moons. But here's the thing. Teyvat is, like, actively rejecting the power, right? Like, even if Dotori is basically at the level of a god thrice, like, he is still at the level of a god whose power still has limits, if you know what I mean. Meanwhile, a Descender, you know, like, their whole thing is that they can, like, rebuild the world, change the world, shape the world, all that stuff. So, like, not only that, like, I don't know, even if you ignore the whole, like, Teyvat is rejecting the power of the moons, like, the entire thing about a Descender is that it has the ability to change what is already there. And the moons, why, it's been there. Wait for the next directive.
Polonia, search keyword pathway and bring me all relevant books.
Oh, is it not here? Oh, it's here? Alright. Okay. Okay. I don't know if I'm... What is it? Dotori's line when he captured Columbina is perfect for this. Stubborn world, don't try to control me. True, that is true. Alright, let's see this. Anyway, when it comes down to it, our research directions are different, so I applied a new research lab for the director. But there's nothing for it anyway. Elaine is incredibly intelligent, but he only trusts himself and doesn't trust our observations or accomplishments unless he reaches the same conclusions through his own calculations. Well, it's okay, since Elaine is making the world a better place in his own way. I trust him, because this is the world that Elaine lives in. Even though the Institute is full of people, I don't have many friends besides Carter. I feel like everyone kinda dislikes us. Renee managed to acquire something powerful to research. Apparently these appeared after the disaster and are very dangerous for most people, but I feel okay. Maybe my constitution really has gotten a lot better. I helped Renee out. When I visited him, I found out he also attended the Narcissus and Cruz Institute, but we didn't tell him about the vice director abandoning us, or it would have made him sad. If only we could have helped him out just like I was helped. Oh, if only we could have helped him just the way I was helped. What happened to the vice director? I don't know, I think I missed something. After discussing it with Renee, he finally agreed to give it a try. He said that it's dangerous. Everything needs to be made clear to Carter, and we must make the judgment. Everything is made clear to Carter, and he must make the judgment himself as it concerns his own life. But if it's successful, then he'll survive just like I did. No, you did not. You got turned into goop. Alright. What's this one? It seems the ordinary dowry machines can no longer satisfy him. As a result, who's writing this? As a result, the director used national resources to obtain something truly horrifying. Rumor has it that someone nearby was killed. I hope this will help him achieve his research objectives. They even got some rare dowry mechanical parts being studied by Sumeru researchers as part of the package. ... Things went out of control for the third time. Guillotine may be willing to risk his own life, but that doesn't mean the rest of us feel the same. I came up with an emergency damage control strategy, and I hope we won't need to use it before he finishes his chematic research. However, given his personality, it seems unlikely he'll ever truly complete that research. It seems that his experiments into machines were intended to create a mechanical dog as proof of his accomplishments in kinematics and material science. It's actually a good idea and should be showcased in the city, and the creature is much more personable and likable compared to the automated turret next door. ... At least he lived long enough to be poached by the Is that the dog? At least he lived long enough to be poached by the Marchese hunters. At least he lived long enough to be poached by the Marchese hunters. It wasn't easy for us to survive this long either. But what will we do when this blasted crazy killing machine can repair? But what will we do when this blasted crazy killing machine that can repair itself? Whatever, that's a problem for future generations. That is hilarious. That is really funny. What will we do with this blasted crazy killing machine that can repair itself? When technology goes too far. Alright, that was silly. What's this one? Research of mastered Italian. Hey, yo, this thing appeared again! It's this thing again! It's the the freaking, oh, what is it called? Tree of Kabbalah. Yeah, I know my lore. I know my Genshin lore. That's the Tree of Kabbalah. I forgot what it necessarily means in the Genshin context. You best believe I'm reading this, guys. The reason I'm reading all of this is for shit like that. Okay. I got this. Oh, also, it's Remurian stuff, so, you know, it's, yeah. Okay. About the Golden Troop, comparative studies Comparative studies have been conducted on the surviving ruins of ancient orders from across the land. While they all had different names, the scripts and images left behind support the conclusion that they all share a same origin because it was the primordial civilization. Ancient scholars believe that all arcane arts originated from a pre-Remurian civilization, a belief that now seems much more than mere speculation. Fortuna seems to be the name of a symphony. Remurian musicians call it the musica mundana. Musica mundana. I'm sorry, that made me laugh. I'm sorry. It's funny. It seems to be the name of a symphony. Remurian musicians called it the musica mundana, or the music of origin. In their eyes, the rise and falls of civilizations, as well as the fates of mortals, are all orchestrated by the movements of a symphony. When a civilization perishes, a new one is always born in its wake. I'm telling you guys, it's literally just fate. Fortuna is literally just fate in like the Remurian context. Their philosophical system is complex and enigmatic, bearing almost no relation to modern Fontaine's natural philosophy. However, this is hardly surprising. According to historical records, after Remuria was brought to ruins, the refugees fell under the Loch Knight Irenaeus' sway. They willingly forsook their ancient faith, tongues, and writings, embracing a life of devotion to the gods as our forebears once had. They always did. What are you talking about? They always did. What? What? No, they always did. What are you talking about? No, they didn't. What? I mean, do you mean that they, like, stopped worshipping Remus? Well, yeah, because he's dead. Whatever. And like, Irenaeus worshipped Egeria. Everybody in Fontaine worshipped Egeria. Until she died. Anyway, whatever. I hinted at the matter of the golden. I hinted that matter to the Golden Hunter in an oblique way, since the Marchese Hunter who first pledged themselves to his cause. Oh wait, is this Cassiodor? Since the Marchese hunters who first pledged themselves to his cause were all descendants of the Loch Knights, praising the benevolence of Irenaeus seemed like the safest approach, and inquired about his knowledge of natural philosophy from that era. He was silent for a half-minute and then told me not to probe too deeply into those ancient philosophies, saying there was a reason they had been forgotten. That is creepy, what the hell? Still, as a gesture of gratitude, the Golden Hunter was willing to tell me the names of these patterns. Okay, this is cool, actually. Except Sumeru, they didn't like Nahida. Yeah, no, that's what I was wondering. Like, okay, considering the Italian name of the author, I'm assuming that he's talking about, like, how the people of Fontaine stopped worshipping Remus and started worshipping Egeria again. But, like, I don't know, man. Like, the Fontainians worshipped Egeria before they worshipped Remus. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's what they're going for, though. I mean, obviously, again, because he has an Italian name, it would make sense that he didn't know that. I'm gonna go with that. It would make sense that he didn't know that they worshipped Egeria back then. Anyway. This Golden Hunter character, is this Cassiodor? I don't know. This matter, since the Marchese Hunter who first pledged themselves to his cause were all descendants of the Loch Knights, praising the benevolence of Irenaeus seemed like the safest approach. I don't know. Interesting. Okay, but whether or not that's Cassiodor, don't pry into fate. That shit dangerous. That's what my homie did, and look what happened to him. The Tree of Kabbalah! The Seal of Chemical Marriage. I'm just thinking like chemical romance. The Seal of Chemical Marriage. According to him, this symbol is even older than the Remurian civilization itself. Yeah, that makes sense, actually, yeah. According to him, this symbol is even older than the Remurian civilization itself. It was one of the gifts oh my god, I can't read. It was one of, I'm reading way too fast. I'm sorry. According to him, this symbol is even older than the Remurian civilization itself. It was one of the gifts bestowed upon King Remus by the Golden Bee. That bitch. That Sibia is a great character. Anyway, of course, this bee would give this guy the freaking Genshin version of the Tree of Kabbalah and be like, here's some ancient secrets about fate. Anyway, it doesn't matter anyway, because you'll die. Anyway, I'll keep going. I love Remuria, could you tell? Let's see. And was one of the gifts bestowed upon King Remus by the Golden Bee. What exactly were those remains? What exactly those were remains unclear. Oh, okay, so she gave him other gifts. Scary. The rise and fall of empires and civilizations, the ascension of mortals, and the emanation of light. What is this? Even dreams of surpassing the gods. No, seriously, what is this? All can be represented by this formula. I cannot understand it all. He declined to elaborate, so I can only record these matters here, as they were told to me in hope that those who come after might one day decipher their meaning. This is a lot. This right here. This is a lot. Okay. Yo, my theory brain be buzzing. What is this? It has to be Cassiodor. He is the only one not in link with the song. That is true, yeah, because Remus like pulled him out. Yeah, that's why I think it might be Cassiodor. Dude, that's so creepy. What the heck? It's so creepy though. Okay, so this was a thing. Okay, so this is clearly from the primordial civilization, because earlier on they said that, yeah, like all across different lands, different names, scripts, and images, but they all come from the same origin. So it's clearly like the primordial civilization. Talking about Fortuna. It's just fate. It's literally just fate. And the diagram of this. Dude, but ooh. Yeah, no, Sibia giving this creepy ass thing to Remus. How amazing. And dude, I love the author being like, what the hell is this? The heck is this stuff? These ancient immortals. All of these can be represented by this formula, but I cannot understand it all. Yeah. Like, this formula is clearly supposed to, like, represent, like, the functions of the world. And so, like, things that are, fate, as he's basically explaining. Emanation of light. Yeah, I'm with you on that. What is this? Dreams of surpassing the gods with the whole vision thing. Dude, but it's so creepy that, like, if it's Cassiodor, he's like, I ain't telling you about this. And then Riguriel is like, please. And Cassiodor is like, fine, here's a diagram, but I am not uttering a word about what this is because it's some big world-changing stuff. Okay, we can continue. This was a lot. Actually, this was the best one out of them all. Okay. Now, obviously, ooh, explanations. I'm sorry, never mind, not explanations. On the chemical marriage. I'm having fun with this. I know that I'm putting the story on pause, but no, this is important. This is important. And it has to do with Remuria, my favorite thing ever. Okay. We got this. Fundamentally, what the ancient orders designated as marriage was, in essence, an interpenetration of ontologically distant orphans. Y'all, can you, like, tone down the vernacular, please? As you can see, it is the magic set in motion by the three particles from the kingdom. Yet its metaphysical origins lies in the emanations of four particles beneath the firmament. Yo, what are you talking about? Yo, what? Yet its metaphysical origins lie in the emanations of the four particles beneath the firmament. Okay, so the firmament is the false sky. The alchemists of Conria are prone to disregard metaphysical sentiment and effects, pursuing instead the gold of the ignorant within the material world. It is for this reason that their crude inquiry cannot be compared to the great undertakings we are to achieve today, and that is found upon ancient Remurian style theory. Ah, yes, of course, Fontanians with their big egos. 3 pertains to appearance, while 4 pertains to intrinsic. 7, comma, obtained through their overlap constitute the number of path for vertical transients. Does that have to do with the elements? It has to do. It has to be. We designate this process of overlap as marriage for the union of these two mediating minimum. Oh my god. For the union of these two through the mediating medium is akin to a matrimonial covenant of those bound in mutual love. This is complex. Observe and compute the pathway display in the guidance diagram. Deconstructing and reversing its effects would generate potential ideas. Nevertheless, this is one thing everyone must keep in mind. Solve the first half of the equation, leave the second unattacked. But you have all in the light. I'm sorry. Oh my god. But you have all in the clear light and some, though not all, in the dark. This is very complicated. But it is not because they possess any sanctity that renders them untouchable, but because they offer no benefit whatsoever to the world formula. Only mediocre minds, foolish beyond a certain measure, would actively seek to trespass upon those prohibitions, because the eyes of the ignorant, taboo, and precious are symptomatically identical. Because the eyes of the... Okay. They fail to recognize that in most cases, taboo, like convention, lacks merit in deeper inquiry. Take heed. What we speak of is an act of overlaying your dreams upon the dream of gods, of overlaying your law, your will, and the starry sky upon ineffable sacrifices and despair. We do not speak of following emanations to achieve ascensions to the rank of gods. This is a base dream, doomed to perish within an eggshell. What I aim to teach you all is the principle of transience, the infinite expanse, and the innumerable stars within it. You too must act in this manner, unbound by any constraint. To choose division for the sake of convergence is To choose division for the sake of convergence is the necessary path of marriage. At its core, magic is the science and art of effecting change according to the consciousness. Marriage is the instrument through which art is realized. It is neither the subject that creates art nor the object that art is created upon. The subject is always and can only ever be consciousness itself. One who is free from the weakness of consciousness bows neither to the gods nor of death. What the heck is this? Okay. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about chemistry to understand what this was. Okay. Something to do with transience, something to do with overlapping your will and the will of the gods, something about consciousness and how it's connected to all of this. If you guys have any idea or like anything to add on, please tell me, because like I feel like this means something so much more. Like, I feel like it does. It very clearly does. But I don't know enough about, like, chemistry, I guess. I mean, obviously its own, like, fantasy version of that, but I'm pretty sure to some people this makes complete sense. The path leads in both directions. I was like, what path? The path on the tree? That was wild. Okay. Let's go back to Sandrone. What do you got to say to this?
Otonki Sermon Dictation. Explications on the Chemical Marriage. These titles are pretty esoteric.
Literally.
Observe and compute the pathway displayed in the guidance diagram. Deconstructing and reversing its effects could generate potential ideas. So, it's one of Renee's draft lectures. Deconstructing the pathway. I suppose that could lead to a breakthrough. This is so long. This guy sure loves showing off his knowledge.
Yeah, so do many other scientists. Alright, one more. Oh, hand the document?
Colonia.
Oh.
Search keyword tree model and bring me all relevant books.
Is the tree going to become relevant now? Alright. How long are these? What the... Oh! I read all of this! Yeah, no, I've read all of this. It's the history of the decline and fall of Remuria. Yeah, of course I read the decline and fall of Remuria. What do you think I am? You know, I did. When I say I did, I don't mean on stream. I did it myself. I did it myself because, this was actually... I actually read it before, the Remuria quest came out. Yeah, no. I was into Remuria before the actual quest. Because I just thought it fascinating. So, nah, like, I read this way back. It's very interesting, although I'm not gonna lie, the majority of this is, yeah, the majority of this is pretty much the author just describing how Remuria looks like and how it was governed. Like, for example, like, you know, it was full of marble and gold because, you know, like, Roman Empire. And how, like, Remus's government was kind of modeled after an orchestra. The vast majority of the book is pretty much just explaining how Remuria, like, worked and functioned and looked like before its inevitable fall. And, yeah. I did not, but dang it, I didn't have time for it at the moment in the Archon quest. No, that's completely fair. The Decline and Fall of Remuria is kind of long. Oh, yeah, and another thing about it that I remembered was that, because it's written by, like, an in-lore historian, the way he portrays Remus is really like, oh, Remus went crazy, Remus went insane, kind of thing. Because, again, this was, like, before the actual, Remuria quest. And of course, like, I was reading this, right? But this was around the time that I was, like, really getting into, like, seeking the lore, like, myself and stuff. And so, like, here I am reading this author being like, oh, Remus went, like, crazy after a while. And, you know, considering, the story of King Deshret, well, I mean, Deshret did went crazy, but, like, not necessarily in the way that, like, the Sumerians thought, per se. You know, I obviously had this, like, inkling of, like, okay, they say that Remus went crazy, and you know what, maybe he was like Deshret, maybe he did, but maybe not in the way that this author is saying. And then the quest came out, and you find out that, no, he wasn't crazy, he was just very desperate, and just, like, way too good for the world. But, it's a very interesting read, if you want to learn about, like, how Remuria, like, worked and functioned. I know, like, this first part is basically saying, like, how Fontaine was before Remuria, or, like, even, yeah, or, like, probably even before, Egeria, where, yeah, where it was an area that was flooded several times by the gods because the humans were a bit too arrogant and seeking things that did not belong to them. And, like, I know on one hand that's supposed to be like a, oh man, like, man, the gods suck. They keep drowning these people. But then, like I said, then you actually, like, not even read the Remuria quest. You just be in Fontaine long enough. You just stay in Fontaine long enough and realize, you know what, low-key, they kind of do deserve that. Because Fontainians are just, like, the worst. And Remurians are Fontainians with, like, no restraints. Anyway, what I'm saying is I already read this. Alright, next. The Biography of Guillotine. I don't know, do I read this, guys? I guess we could speed through this. Okay. Ooh, Guillotine in his later years. Actually, no, never mind. I will read this. Like, I'm putting the story on such a pause, but no, this is for me, guys. This is important for me. Okay. Chapter, I can't read Roman letters. Guillotine in his later years. Quote, no one can know the root cause of every incident in the world. Humans are neither wise enough to predict the future nor able to stop unfortunate accidents from occurring. It's a shame there's nothing more to say. Quote, Elaine Guillotine in response to a question about his early years from the Steambird. Okay. After retiring from the Fontaine Research Institute, Guillotine declined all invitations from the Palais Mammonia and civic organizations from the court of Fontaine. Instead, he withdrew to the Burrell region countryside, living in near total isolation from society. Notwithstanding, even prior to this, the reclusive old man had never formed any deep connections with others. Dang, so sad. If we were to take Madame at her word, then Elaine Guillotine was, at heart, a lonely shut-in, only burdened by a profound sense of insecurity. It was for this reason that he maintained a detached attitude towards others, as if by pretending to be unperceptive, he could hide the keen sensitivity of his spirit. He could not ease his own pain, nor share it with anyone. All he could do was enclose it like it was a pearl within the shell of his heart, shaping and polishing it with his very flesh and blood. Of course, Guillotine's students could not accept such claims, dismissing them as attention-seeking nonsense and nothing more than a smear on their master's reputation. This was the main reason why the third director of the Fontaine Research Institute filed a lawsuit against the Steambird. That's hilarious. Pepper, look, this is important for the story. I guarantee this is necessary. It is not because I like to read history. No, it's not that. Who gave you that idea? He never employed any servants to tend to his daily needs. There are rumors that in his youth he had created a mechanical device capable of independent thought and used it to assist him in his work with Mary Anne Guillotine at the Marchese Phantom. And that's Sandrone, isn't it? As a result, he had no need for servants. He only needed to create more of the same device. However, such claims are clearly at odds with the facts. The personal effects that Guillotine left behind after his death include nothing of this nature, and so-called mechanical devices capable of independent thought were entirely inconsistent with the ideas he expressed in his manuscripts, as he wrote in The Horrors of Calculating Machines and Intelligence. What the heck? Hold on, let me just skim this over again. Include nothing of this nature and so-called were entirely inconsistent. Okay. The real question isn't whether machines can think, but whether humans can. Okay. We have every reason to believe that whatever contraptions Guillotine crafted in his workshop in his later years were deliberately destroyed long ago. After all, it's hardly uncommon for an engineer to disregard their designs. Popular fiction has offered many flights of fancies about these contraptions, yet all such tales contradict the surviving evidence. Nevertheless, we must recognize that as a cultural symbol, Elaine Guillotine's posthumous work has been instrumental in stirring the imaginations of the young. He most definitely created Sandrone and kept that a secret from everyone. And let me guess, the fact that she has like a level of human level thought comes from Deshret's machines, considering they talked about seeing them earlier. Okay. Time Trekker. What the heck is this? Oh, this is a story. This is a story. Oh, okay. Like a story. Interesting. I don't think I'll be reading this, though, but, I'm pretty sure the lore community will be salivating at what this is a metaphor of. Alright, last one. The Alchemist and the Clockwork Saint. Oh, is this another story? I think it is. Okay. Not that this isn't, like, big for the lore, but of course when it comes to, like, storybooks, like, all of it is, like, metaphorical. And, you don't have— oh, it was that? It was that? Whatever. Whatever. Here you go!
Most of the experimental devices proposed by the Lilia Crucis Ordo are built based on the simple and basic logical structure of a tree model. Lilia Crucis. Guess they were trying to cover up the name of the Nautitzenkreuz Ordo? When Duke St. Germanus departed, he said, "It seems that there's no going back." Alas, he is only a genius when it comes to machines. In all other things, he is but ordinary. Excuse me? I'm sorry. That's just ridiculous. What kind of book is this? Great right, Detective Herlock. The Alchemist and the Clockwork Saint? Isn't this a novel? Come on. Still, the author swears that they knew Renee well. Whatever. I guess it's not beyond the realms of possibility that Renee would say nonsense like that on occasion.
Time travel. Yep.
Memory, wishes, souls, and persona. Frankly, this sounds more like occultism, but if Albedo vouches for it, I suppose there must be some alchemical basis to these techniques.
That's... Hold up, what is this music? Hey, that's Remurian music! Yeah, of course I know Remurian music. I listen to the soundtrack, like, semi-frequently. Actually, no, that's just like, Genshin soundtrack in general. Like, you best believe I have Liyue and Natlan's soundtrack on the background, while I'm working sometimes. Liyue, Natlan, Chenyu Vale, I really like the music in Chenyu Vale. Dragonspine. But Remuria is definitely one of those. And so, yeah, I'm... Can you guys tell that I am obsessed with this little tiny piece of Genshin lore?
The way
It's like my-
Gyotan saw it, the world was comprised of machines. The universe needed machines, and thus his technologies were created.
Yep.
That's why I was born.
Exactly. I forgot what I was gonna say. Something. No, I forgot what it was. Yeah, anyway.
Renee? His full name was Renee de Petrichor, if I recall correctly. Sounds like he and the town must be intricately connected. That place was also the source of most of our information regarding Remurian civilization.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's...
Seems like some of his projects were based on their technology.
Well, I mean, yeah, because, like, Petrichor is, like... Not that it's the last remnant of Remuria, per se, but, like... It's very close to the castle of it.
The
It makes
cutting of
sense.
souls and storing them in vessels. These seemingly unrelated techniques underpinned Renee's research. Assuming that the 4 orthants correspond to alchemical categories.
You don't know how many pictures I took of Sandrone I have in my PS5. That's amazing. Oh yeah, what I was going to say, Genshin Impact, if y'all couldn't tell, is one of, like, my biggest hyperfixations. But for some reason, this dead god from the Roman Empire is, like, the hyperfixation to my hyperfixation. Along with Natlan lore, that too. Whoa, sorry. Along with Natlan lore, that too. So, like, yeah, no, that's why I literally just, like, paused the stream and went, like, no, I need to read this.
The chemical marriage model? Elen would have scoffed at that. He never would have let those theories or parameters anywhere near his mathematical formulas.
Oh, she drew the tree.
What was Elen's view on Renee? I know he mentioned the name, albeit very rarely. Oh, now I remember. Elen's old notes are here too. They mentioned Renee once. Renee seemed most out of sorts when he spoke to me. A lack of sweet foods has dulled his mind, I should think. Either way, his words are not to be believed. Yep, that sounds like Elen. My subordinates actually did a half-decent job digging out all these materials. Makes a change. Good for them. Some of Elen's old files are completely consistent with these records. He must have gotten them from the Tower of Gestalt. I never knew he got his hands on Renee's records that early. Heh, he may have kept them, but he never even attempted to use them. Didn't believe a word they said. Come to think of it, Renee's world formula was filled with calculations of constants. That shows he believed that the fate of the world to be predetermined.
Oh, wait, okay.
As for Elen...
He did not think that?
It's been too long. I forget what he said. What would he have said? A guy like him, fervent believer in machines, but not headstrong enough. The world can be changed. It is worth persevering. Yes, That's how he used to think, at least. He created that procedure to save this world. Yet the scale of the world's fate proved too enormous. The result was beyond his ability to calculate.
Yeah, sounds like many of the gods as well.
He
like,
died
oh, fate can be
having never
changed.
seen the
It doesn't.
outcome. And there I was, left behind in the ashes of his dreams.
Dang.
Did you really never take a close look at Renee's research? Or did you read it but deem his philosophy incompatible with your model?
Oh.
The very thought of trying to incorporate his ideas probably made you feel sick to the stomach.
Oh.
Well, don't worry, because there's a whole new category of lunatic in town. Next to Dottore, every other madman looks sane.
Yeah.
You once asked me what I wished for. Should have asked him instead. He's the one pining for things you'd sooner die than witness.
Interesting. Interesting.
Even the tiniest variable can make big waves in the present. Now then, allow me to put these incompatible fragments together in your stead.
Huh.
First, establish and verify the existence of the Great Circle.
Oh, no, okay, whoa, chill. Yeah, no, that's interesting. That was pretty interesting. That she... Ah, man, that, like... Because, like, Renee, you know, obviously was onto something when he say, like, fate is fixed. I mean, fate in Genshin is very clearly fixed, right? It's fixed and it cannot be changed. It's like I said, like, It's like I said, it's been established a while back, and of course, like, every other dead god tries to change fate, and it doesn't work, and it ends up with them dying. However, like, Elaine saw the world so differently and was so like with the belief that, like, no, it's not fixed. It can be changed, right? Like, you know, him being a big machine guy, it would make sense that he'd be like, things may seem impossible, but, you know, just tinker enough and you can. Which, of course, like, both of them are kind of correct, right? Like, Renee isn't wrong. I'm getting that right? I hope I am. Like, Renee is not wrong when he says fate is fixed. Genshin makes that very clear. But, of course, like, Elaine, albeit not in the, like, way that, not in, like, a way that would be helpful, I guess, but, you know, like, yeah. I'm losing my train of thought with this. I guess what I'm saying is, I find it very interesting and very cool that, like, Sandrone basically says that, like, yeah, Elaine was so stubborn in his belief that things can be changed, that anything that said otherwise, he just completely disregarded. And Sandrone being like, now I'm stuck. Now I have to deal with this. If only he considered this back when he was alive. Now I have to be the one to clean up his shit. So, it's neat. It's neat. Let's see what else. Yeah, did you read it? But did you deem his philosophy incompatible with your model? Yeah. Anyway. Carry on. Sometimes I sense that Sandrone wants to continue Elaine's legacy, but something was not there. I definitely think that she does. Definitely, yeah, no, I think that she does. She just finds him annoying. But then again, she clearly cares about Columbina, and will go up and down to deny it.
Absolute nihil on one end, absolute reality on the other. Now, search between these two extremes. Then, the construction criteria. Variables. The sparks of civilization shall run out unless we consider introducing variables from outside the system. Input variables. Traverse the world, space-time, and civilization. Then
this is some
extract
big
the
stuff.
essential nodes from the records to determine which variables they point to.
Okay, so you linked reality to what is that? What is that? Nihil? Would that be like nothingness? Like nothingness with reality, you connected it, and then you I guess like the construction of it. Okay, so like linked the two, made it possible, put variables or else civilization would not happen.
The primordial power that differentiated itself from the void. The power of light.
Yeah.
Yes. Light.
Light realm, abyssal realm.
Records. Hyperborea.
Yep, one of the civilizations.
This is horrendously complicated.
It is.
After all that, I'm still missing a few variables. I need to think this through again. How do you think it looks, Polonia? Like the frenzied scrawlings of a madwoman? Fine, keep it to yourself. It's not like you can talk anyway. I'll assume you gave it a passing grade. I jest. But true madness does often start with trying to save the world.
True.
What would Arlecchino and Columbina think if they saw this incomprehensible hen scratch? They'd probably have me institutionalized.
I wouldn't say that.
So would Rosaline. She's been dead for a while now.
Damn. Okay.
When I close my eyes and think back, I can still see her face. And that enormous dress she used to wear. Such a bizarre choice. What possessed her? Oh, and the clack-clack of those heels used to drive me insane.
Nice to know that they did not like her. Which, honestly, yeah, that makes sense considering the Winter Nights Lazo, like, video from a while back. Nobody was mourning this woman's death. Nobody. Arlecchino was, like, the only person who's like, hey guys, could you, like, stop insulting her and at least try to show some respect?
No one's asking me, obviously, but I hope you all know that I never wanted to save the world.
Fair enough.
I'm not crazy.
Fair.
I don't have delusional ambitions, and that's a clinical fact.
That's completely fair, girly.
The world needs a solution, but I don't need the world's validation. It's the world begging me for answers, not the other way around.
No, she's right. She's right. She's literally like, I never wanted to be the hero. I just got dragged into all this hero shit because my best friend / girlfriend happened to be the moon goddess. Sandrone is so funny. She's so funny. Tea time! Tea time! Yeah. I like tea. Tea's good. Wait, where's the... Oh, tea's over here? Miss Marionette, your tea is ready. Oh. The little fortune cookies? Was that intentional? Were the fortune cookies intentional? They feel intentional. Here you go.
Oh, cookies to go with the tea.
Yes.
Let's see. They must be from that person who brought those documents.
Hey, yo, it's the
I
Rainbow
see they're
Rose.
from Hotel de Boer.
Who has a crush on you?
Something's written on the box. We are proud to present this homage to the Fortress of Meropede's fun-filled mill collection system. Fortune cookies. Ha, sounds like a dumb gimmick to me. Be early to bed and early to rise. Get plenty of sun and drink plenty of water. Then things will surely go well for you.
Basic fortune cookie stuff.
What? Are you kidding me? Somehow I doubt that an early night and a glass of water is magically gonna save a world on the brink of existential peril.
You know, but it does soothe the heart. It does soothe the heart. That section was great. I really liked that section. I really liked that. Okay, okay. Time to hang out with Father. What's she doing?
Lady Arlecchino, word has reached us that Lady Marionette's troops are all in position. They are ready to act as soon as the order is given.
Excellent.
The only thing is, they are fewer in number than we expected. It looks like many of them must have lost their lives at the hand of the monsters released by the Doctor.
Can't be helped. Allow them to join our ranks, and keep in contact.
As you wish.
It's just a teleport. What's that? Hey, yo, guys, what the hell? Wait, what is that? What the hell is that? I was gonna like open up the teleporter. What the heck? No, what is that?
It's been a while, Arlecchino. You look well.
Oh my god, child! Hi! Been a while, yeah.
Did Dottore really have to build his lab right on the sole path between Snezhnaya and Nod-Krai? Had to go on a huge detour to stay out of its line of sight.
Sounds like an arduous journey. I assume you've brought word from Her Majesty?
Is he still visionless? Actually, no, yeah, I think he is.
Of course, all part of the job. Firstly, the Tsaritsa has authorized Fatui Internal Affairs to review Dottore's case. They will reach a formal verdict on whether he has turned traitor and whether he poses a threat to Snezhnaya.
Let's see. Okranka? Okranka.
While they're working on that, I've been ordered to come and receive the refugees from Nod-Krai.
They are nearby. My team will escort you to them shortly.
Great.
Oh, is Vision still there? Or maybe it doesn't work, I don't know.
Aside from that, Her Majesty has a message for you and Sandrone personally. Huh? Where is Sandrone?
She stayed behind to work.
She's
since
having
I was
a moment.
making the trip anyway. It seemed sensible to have one person on standby at base while the other came out to meet you.
All right, guess that's just how she rolls. In that case, tell her that the Tsaritsa's decree this time is pretty awesome sounding. I think she'll like this one. Still, I wonder what... Wait, what's that?
Is it the weird circular thing in the
Did one
distance?
of our troops turn into a monster?
Oh no, never mind.
Take him out.
Oh, sigh. You know, I actually have Tartaglia, actually. Well, I actually do have him, fun fact. If you're wondering what happened, it's called I got Ayato, and now I have, Nouvellette. So, that's what happened.
Stop that right now. I appreciate the praise, but I'm not fighting you today.
Aw.
I knew it.
Oh, child. You have issues. A lot of issues. So many issues your dad literally sent you to military school.
I can't believe it. He was a living, breathing human one moment, and the next...
Another fine piece of work by our dear colleague, I'm afraid.
What in the world has been going on in Nod-Krai?
A lot. There's been a lot. You missed a lot.
A lot. But long story short, Dottore stole 2 moon marrows that should have belonged to Columbina, then built a 3rd moon marrow of his own to concentrate the Tri-Lunar Authority in his hands.
What? What do you mean he built a moon marrow? People build roads and houses, not moon marrows. What's his next DIY project? He's gonna build a god?
How do we tell him that he already tried that in Sumeru?
You could stand to be less surprised. We are harbingers. The work we are engaged in makes the creation of gods seem mundane by comparison. I tell everyone who asks that you once crossed swords with Rex Lapis while serving as a key supporter for Rosaline's plan. But right now,
No, he
you're
didn't.
acting like a common adventurer.
No, he didn't. Crossed swords with... I mean, they chatted. They ate dinner together, but that was as far as I went.
Thanks for speaking up for me. Those 2 really took me for a ride back then. Then again, surely no common adventurer would manage to get tangled up with them the way I did. That's gotta count in my favor, right?
It almost sounds like you wish to repeat the experience. I might have to lower my opinion of you.
Yeah, he's still a bit crazy, you know? We all have to remember, this is the same guy who, mighty cheerfully, mind you, was about to, like, wipe all of Liyue off the map. You know? So, like... Yeah. Again, he's a bit trigger happy, so much so his dad literally sent him to the Fatui because of that.
No. I'll stop talking. Please, go on.
Dottore is currently still experimenting with his newfound power in ways that continue to corrode the outside world. As for the human mutation, I believe this is simply a consequence of his experiments, and not a strategic move. That radiant beast was once a subordinate of Sandrone's. I suspect he was only allowed to live so that he could become an experimental subject. Also, those of us who fought Dottore have been afflicted with a curse. As such, I cannot leave Nod-Krai.
This is so much worse than I thought. No wonder Her Majesty's decree is so extreme. While these exceptional circumstances persist, the Harbingers are hereby authorized to use unilateral executive powers. Should Dottore pose a threat, Arlecchino and Sandrone are permitted to eliminate him.
My thanks to Her Majesty. I will pass these good tidings on to Sandrone.
Her Majesty has also declared that she will refrain from launching an attack on the now evacuated Nod-Krai due to the presence of unretrieved research material.
A wise decision.
By the way, how's my old partner doing? I'm assuming they're with you?
Partner?
Oh,
You
the
mean
traveler. Us?
I'm afraid I have bad news. She was captured after our failed assault on Dottore's lab. Her whereabouts are currently unknown.
What? Why? Since when does Dottore have a bone to pick with her?
Because I'm the protagonist. And I'm really strong. And I defeated you. And, like, haven't you read the news lately, child? I've been doing a lot.
That is indeed the question. I'm not sure he does. He must have some other goal in mind.
This won't do. I have to rescue her.
You can't. We have no idea where the Traveler is.
What am I supposed to do then? Stand here twiddling my thumbs?
Sandrone is working on it. The best thing you can do right now is complete your mission.
Fine. I guess I'll leave this to you then.
One last thing. Tell the rooster to get the message out to the gods and citizens of every nation in Teyvat.
Hey, yo.
Beware. An uncontrollable pollution is spreading forth from Nod-Krai.
Literally what I said. I was like, you know, this feels like an Avengers level threat. I think this is something that, like, everyone needs to know about. Alright.
The source of that pollution is a madman drunk on the success of his experiments.
Indeed.
The Fatui and our allies will endeavor to contain the threat.
I was gonna say something. What was it? Oh yeah. The child and Lumine shippers are eaten right now.
However, if Nod-Krai falls, things are likely to escalate. Considering Dottore is one of our own, all Fatui stationed in Nod-Krai consider it our duty to stay and fight him to the bitter end. Whatever the cost.
Hey, don't be too pessimistic. If it comes to it, I'm sure Her Majesty won't stand by and do nothing.
I hope you're right.
Was I like a shield then?
You're right on time.
Durin!
Thanks. Hey, do you think I'll get that gliding exam exemption? I made sure I was on my best behavior in Mondstadt. I landed well outside the city and walked in through the gates.
So how far are these? Never mind.
I'll help you apply, don't worry. For now, let's see what we have here.
What are the doctor's energy fields even made from? The usual attract and repel principles that govern Kuvaki don't seem to apply to them.
They are very mysterious, but ultimately, they appear to be comprised of energies from the three realms.
Makes sense, yeah.
Thanks to research by Master in the Hexen Circle, we know that Teyvat's 7 elements are derived from the more primordial power of the Light Realm.
Yep.
Which is antagonistic with the power of the Void Realm.
Correct, yeah.
Since you have the power of the Dragon Durin within you, I'm sure you can already tell that this energy field contains no abyssal energy.
And it probably rejects it anyway.
That's true. It's not abyssal energy. It's something pure, wild, and untamed.
I've been thinking about something. Do you still remember the device that Dory supplied from the academia when you and Miss Columbina fought Rarier? That was one of the most marvelous feats of ingenuity I've ever seen. The design, the craftsmanship, the material selection. I couldn't fault any of it. Not to mention the operating principles. Surely the most ingenious feature of all. Dory didn't go into detail on how it functions, but I have a working theory. The clue was that Miss Columbina was somehow able to use the pyro energy that you provided, despite the fact that, as a moon goddess, she should only be able to use light realm energy in principle.
But the thing is that pyro is from, is light realm energy. It's right? No, okay, because, like, I know, like, the elements specifically come from phlogiston, but since, you know, as they explain, phlogiston and Kuvaki and the primordial sea kind of all just originate from the same source. They're, like, more or less the same thing. Or maybe what he means is that the moon goddess can only use, like, Kuvaki in its purest form and not anything refined, as opposed to pyro, which would be, like, a more refined material. I don't know.
Now, all elemental energy is, of course, derived from light realm energy to begin with.
Thank you for explaining. Oh my god.
Hence, I suspect that the device works by restoring elemental energy to its original state.
Dang, okay, thank you. It's literally what I just thought. Thank you, Albedo.
This presumes a theoretical model of the 7 elements akin to that of light refracted through a prism. Perhaps it is no mere analogy. Maybe there is indeed a prism in this model.
Y'all, dude, this entire section of Nod-Krai, just like ever since Dotori arrived, bro, we've just been getting like so many confirmations and clear-ups and stuff like that. Like this whole elements and the light realm being a sort of like prism thing. I'm not gonna say like, oh, it was a theory, like it was only a theory, because it was something that was very clearly hinted. But I guess what I mean is that like we're getting like full-blown complete confirmation. Like it's not something that's just hinted, it's something that's just that is brought up straight, you know? It's pretty neat, pretty neat. The devs were not kidding when they said this would be the region where they're like clarifying everything.
I almost wonder if the idea for the device was conceived based on direct observations of said prism. It would explain how such an ironclad design concept was achieved. It is at once a masterwork of engineering, and a groundbreaking application of the Academia's latest elemental theories. I suspect only Lesser Lord Kusanali herself could have devised such an ambitious technology. But back to the energy field before us. If this is pure light realm energy, its relation to elemental energy is one of integration versus division. Or you could say that the former contains the latter. Could this mean that elemental energy can dilute the power of the light realm?
You lost me there, buddy. Buddy, you just lost me there. Cause I mean, I guess that would make sense, because like how I always conceptualized the elements with, well, phlogiston, but let's just say the light realm in general. How I always like thought of it was that, you know, the light realm is like the source, you know, like it's hold on, I'm trying to find an example, like I was going to use like a cooking example. Hold up, give me some thought. I was thinking of like a cooking example. Hold up. Light energy is like wheat, and the elements are like the flour, but more specifically refined flour. I don't know, is this analogy making any sense? Like how I always thought of it was that like the elements were a more refined, like light realm energy is the source, it is the base of where it comes from, right? And then the elemental energy is that, but in a more like polished and refined way, and it can be made in several different ways, hence the 7 elements. That's kind of how I always conceptualized it. So like, I guess it does make sense, the idea that elemental energy can dilute like the light realm, in the sense that elemental energy is like more refined. But at the same time, I'm also like, but that's the source. That's where like it comes from. I don't know. I'm thinking too hard. Light energy is the flower and the elements are bread. Yes! Oh my god, that's actually a way better example. Thank you so much. What are you? Small altar? I love you. I love you. Thank you so much. Oh my god. That's a much better way of putting it. Because you can make several different types of bread. If you make it differently, you can make many different types of bread, but they all have the origin in flour. That's how I tend to think of the elements. I love you. Thank you. Anyway.
Should we give it a try?
We should.
But again, that's just how, like, I've seen it. I don't know if this is, like, exactly what they're going for, but that's how I've always, like, understood it as. Like, even back in, like, Natlan.
Ha! It works!
Clear signs of disruption were detected at the periphery of the energy field. This indicates that elemental energy can disturb or even negate the field. Now you try.
But it's abyssal.
All right, here goes. It's working!
Switch to abyssal energy and attack again. No surprises there. Abyssal power drains the energy field to a significantly greater extent. I now feel confident in asserting that the energy field is indeed pure light realm energy, and that elemental energy can dilute it.
But the energy field is huge. How much elemental energy will it take to neutralize it?
We don't have to neutralize it completely. We can try other approaches. That's all for theory. Would you like to continue watching?
Scary? Who's watching?
So you knew I was here.
Oh.
Huh? When did you get here?
Oh my god, it's Hat Guy.
A while ago. But Albedo sounded like he was working on his thesis defense back there. Back in Sumeru. You can end a person's whole career by interrupting them mid-speech.
Dang.
Very thoughtful of you. I'm truly touched. Could I ask you to lend me a hand?
With what?
A little test. Try using Animo to unleash a concentrated assault with circular blades, with the goal of breaking through at a singular point.
Nice! This time it tore through the field.
Tremendous. This is a major breakthrough.
Should we go through?
We probably shouldn't risk having mutually antagonistic energies in such close proximity. Durin, you stay here and watch the entrance. Hat Guy and I will go in to investigate.
Aww.
Sounds sensible to me. Keep your eyes peeled, Durin.
Don't worry, I got this. You two be careful in there. Just give me the signal if you need help, and I'll dive right in.
What do you mean, signal?
It's based on a new alchemical concoction I developed last month. When 2 bottles of it are smashed on the ground together, they emit a blinding burst of light.
It's a
If it comes to
flashbang.
that, remember to shield your eyes with your hat.
It's literally a flashbang.
Glad I asked. Thanks for the heads up.
No, right? You okay, buddy? You okay? You know what? Let me play as Wander. Let me play as this guy. I don't have him, so. Alright. Oh. Let's see what,
Like I
what
thought.
creepy stuff is in here.
Beyond a certain distance, we can't see the opening where we came in.
Oh.
Maybe that's to
Okay.
prevent people from escaping.
Sounds like Dottore style to me.
Look at the goats.
Not much has changed. Things are basically the same here as they were before the energy field appeared.
Guys, the map. Guys, the map is glitchy. Okay, creepy, creepy, creepy. I know I said that I want more horror with Dottore. I don't have that yet, but the glitchy map is a good choice. Look at these goats. Hello. You're painted. So what oh. Okay, things got fuzzy. There's a deer. Oh. Music glitched. Oh. Static? Okay. I thought that the music just glitched because of my, like, internet. Okay. No, I'm loving this. I'm loving this. I want to be scared, you know? Okay, I reached the end. Alright, were you, like, guarding it? Okay. Dead people! Dead people! Dead people! Dead people! Dead people! Yep. Yep, looks like Dottore's work to me. Wow, yep, lots of dead people. Oh, is that a kid? Alright. That's a lot of dead people, actually. This is quite a bit. Oh my god. Oh, I thought it was a dead animal. Yeah, not a pretty sight.
They have no heartbeats and they're not breathing. We can only assume they're dead. But there are no visible wounds. Also, there's an animal squatting next to each body.
It's watching us. That's not an animal's gaze.
Oh.
What are you trying to tell us?
Doesn't seem eager to talk. I guess maybe it's just an animal after all.
Let's keep looking around.
Creepy. A Heretic's Utopia. That's a title. Oh my god. Okay. Can I? No? Okay. Figured. Yeah, okay, I go up here. More dead people.
Same situation everywhere. Not a living soul in sight. Just countless bodies with animals standing watch over them.
Well, I think we can safely rule out the possibility that they're all pets.
Is skirting around the topic your way of showing consideration for other people's feelings?
Just being cautious. I don't doubt that you can handle the truth.
Anything here? Or go back here. Oh. Go back to the glitchy.
Careful.
Yeah. Oh.
Please.
Oh.
Help us. Please.
Over there. I hear a voice.
One of the Genshin devs has been watching a little too much analog horror and had an idea. And you know what? I'm into it. Is that a snail? Is that a snail? Oh.
Please. Help us.
Oh, is the bird talking?
What happened here?
I don't know. Suddenly, everyone collapsed.
Ooh.
Then my line of sight got lower. I still have some of my senses left. I gotta get out of here.
It looks like there's a huge experiment going on inside this energy field.
Yep.
Maybe each energy field is its own giant experiment. Vile.
He's swapping human minds with those of animals.
Oh.
Even without the other circumstances, this would be an extremely radical experiment.
Yeah, no, that just sounds like an average Tuesday for Dottore, honestly.
Those people may have lost their sense of selves, but they are not fully animals either. If they were, they would have left. But instead, their instincts are driving them to remain by their dead bodies.
We should go. No sense in sticking around here longer than we need to.
Agreed.
Creepy! Very creepy. Alright, let's go back. Yeah, maybe it was a good thing that Durin didn't didn't see any of this.
Ah, you're back! Everything okay?
Yeah.
We saw some things that take a strong stomach. Otherwise, we're fine.
We should share our findings with the others.
Nefer, girly, get some glass. Get some glass. Your table is it's full of melted wax.
Yes? Who is it?
There's a reason people put glass with candles.
Miss Nefer, it's me, Albedo. We found a way to break through the energy fields. With enough control, it's possible to tear them open using elemental energy. Also, we managed to take a look inside. Dottore is carrying out his cruel experiments on an immense scale. Any residents who have failed to evacuate in time will likely meet a grisly end.
Sounds like he's living down to our expectations.
Might I ask how things are proceeding on your end?
I'm just about to get started. I'll be in touch once I have a result.
Understood. Stay safe.
I will.
Well, Nefer, I'll link up with you once my tasks are complete.
What makes you think I'd need you to do that?
I'll need it. And considering the way you approach certain matters, I think you'll be better off with me present.
Big book.
Let's begin. Entering simulation mode.
Oh, shoot. Are we go? Oh, yeah, that's right. Because she has our handbook thingy.
A vast wasteland.
Oh my god.
Is this the Traveler's Inner
Oh
World?
my god. Is that the Dandelion Sea? Hey, yo, at what point does this veer off into, what's it called? What's it called? Invasiveness. Like, I mentioned this earlier, but, like, I know Paimon said, hey, take a look at this, but I'm also like, this is feeling low-key invasive. Is that the Dandelion Sea? There's, like, a little rainbow up here. Oh my god. Go on.
I was expecting something more vibrant, to be honest. Wait, someone's there.
It's our brother!
What are you looking at?
Oh, memory! Hi, Zach Aguilar.
In that case, I'll look at it with you. I want to know all about everything you've seen and experienced. Is there somewhere I should return to? Or should I stay here and be the hero everyone says I am? I don't dislike my current life. Roaming the land, fighting battles, accomplishing missions, earning a living, looking after Paimon. It's not so bad. I guess the only thing that's missing is that you're not here with me.
This is the conscious layer, which contains a person's true feelings.
Okay.
It is
I had a
filled
feeling,
with
I had a
both
feeling.
longing and kindness.
I suppose anyone who lives long enough ends up wishing for someone who can't be there.
Maybe it's the only way we can feel truly alive.
We're gonna keep going down every layer.
Time to delve a little deeper.
It's feeling a bit invasive. Saving. Oh yeah, I'm gonna say, I think I'm gonna go on for...
Town is hardly the optimal choice for a place
Forget what I
to
said.
live. But it has character and a reasonable population density.
Back with the Traveler, I guess? Or is that Nefer just looking into the... yeah, what we're doing now?
What are you trying to say?
Oh, don't be nervous. I was just thinking where might make a good starting point for your journey. Perhaps I should send you further afield. Conria, perhaps.
Oh.
Conria ceased to exist long ago.
But the inhabitants still exist.
Once again, you fail to understand the possibilities that the Tri-Lune creates. Anything that has existed in the past, I can now recreate. You simply do not wish to see that happen. That might be because you miss your sibling and fear getting answers that you are not ready to learn. But this is not for me to judge. If we are to collaborate, we need to maintain an amicable relationship. In a moment, you will be able to...
Oh no.
Oh no.
What are you...
Oh. He knew.
What are you gonna do?
Don't move. Something unwanted has crept into... Oh? Gone as quickly as it came.
Hey, yo. Okay. He was like,
Did
no.
you save me?
If I hadn't cut the connection, Dottore might have caught you from the other side and destroyed you. This was a good idea, but once is plenty. You were exceptionally brave. Excellent work.
Aww.
Thanks, but now's not the time for that.
Damn. Yeah. Did this happen earlier? Was this a thing that happened earlier? I don't remember. Or is this like a thing happening in the present?
Albedo speaking.
I think I know where she is.
What is this endless darkness? I can't see anything, even though my eyes are wide open. But why? What happened?
Oh. Hey.
Ah, sorry about that.
Okay, I guess it was the present.
I take it you didn't notice. Just now, a friend of yours...
Could it be
Oh shoot,
Nefer?
whoops, whoopsie.
How did she do it? Did she use something as a medium to connect to me?
It was the...
I take it you didn't notice. Just now, a friend of yours took a little peek into your mind.
Okay.
Do you think she's aware of your current circumstances? Oh dear. Have I stunned you into silence? I only wanted to slow down your time a little so I could stop your intruder in her tracks. It would have been nice to capture the spy. I must say, I'm finding the ability to adjust the flow of time rather intriguing. The moment you closed your eyes, time seemed to grow impossibly viscous, didn't it? A whole month passed
What
before
the
you
hell?
opened your eyes again. But only for you.
What?
No one else was affected.
What?
I dare say this is something only a god can achieve.
Wait, what? Like, what? Were we just, like, frozen for a month?
Point taken. You've proven once again that you have god-tier powers.
God-tier?
Oh, you misunderstand. This wasn't about proving a point. I was testing things out. I find I learn best by doing. And I have to admit, time is not the easiest dimension to control.
Yeah, that makes sense, yeah.
I only wanted to make you sleep for a short while, but it ended up lasting a whole month. Clearly some finesse is required to wield the authority over time as I wish. I hope you're not angry with me. It was only a month's discrepancy, nothing too serious. Had I been off by a year, a decade, or even a century, that would have been quite a different story.
I see.
You could have frozen me for millions of years. So much for collaboration. You aren't showing much sincerity.
Millions of years? To what end?
I don't know, is it like a mistake or something?
I wonder if you don't understand humans all that well. They are very pragmatic creatures who understand only that which they can perceive with their senses. If I had you sit here for a week, I imagine people might sympathize. But if I left you here for 100, 1,000, or 10,000 years, the sheer size of that number would cause it to lose all meaning to them. They would not have the capacity to comprehend your suffering, and thus they could not empathize. Unfortunately, while gods do exist in Tevat, it is ordinary humans that account for most of the population.
No, it's the animals, you dumbass.
Their lifespans are so limited, their bodies so fragile. Did you ever really hope that they could begin to understand someone like you? Your long life and unique origins make you fundamentally different from them. How long will it be before they start to treat you like the alien you are? Before you are ostracized, outcast?
I love that so far Traveler ain't taking a shit, but it's like I said last stream about when he says, do you really want to go on all of these adventures? He's not, like, wrong, because, oh man, I remember it was something that, I noticed, like, like, fairly early on in the game, like, around Inazuma times, aka around the time I actually started to get, like, interested in the lore, where I saw, like, someone say, hey, do you guys ever realize that the Traveler doesn't say their real name to anybody, and that the most of the characters that we meet do not know that we are an alien? And I was like, oh, that's interesting. And the thing is, like, the name that you use for the Traveler, I suppose, like, the name that you use for the Traveler, mine is Borbatusk, is, you know, like, in most games, that's just kind of the name they have, because it's, like, the name you put in for them. However, the theory, I guess, was that that wasn't your name, that was your alias, right? And of course, in canon, they just call you the Traveler, right? However, you know, you do have a name. You have a legit name. It's Lumine, or it's Ether. And we know this because when Lumine and Ether meet up, they call each other by their names. They don't say, oh my gosh, Borbatusk, or the Traveler, or blank space. They say, oh my gosh, Ether, Lumine, right? And it basically led into, like, a theory of, if we don't even say our actual name to these people, the vast majority of the characters that we meet don't know that we're an alien. The Archons know, obviously. The Archons know, and then there are some characters, of course, like Mona, for example, know that because of her hydromancy. Like, most of, like, the big, uber powerful characters know, but of course they would, right? Of course they would. But then there's, like, Amber. You know? Or I'm thinking of another. Or, you know what, in Nod-Krai, let's go for, like, I guess Varka would know. Nefer. Because we told Lauma. I guess Lauma would know. And, well, we did tell Lauma. Okay, Nefer would probably know. What's her name? What's her name? What's her name? What's her name? No! What's her name? I know! Although she's a kid. I hope you guys are understanding what I'm trying to say. Okay, maybe Nod-Krai isn't a good example, actually. But, like, most of the characters that we meet, you know, like, I don't know, Bennett, Amber, I don't know, Mualani, Sino, you know, like most of the characters that we meet don't know our origins. And more importantly, they most likely definitely don't even know our names. So, like, Dotori low-key, again, he's clearly trying to, like, tempt us and stuff, but just like with the last stream, he has a point. Like, we are keeping our identity a secret. For most of the characters. Not for all of them, but for most of them we are.
alien.
I mean, you are, aren't you?
Even I feel bad for you sometimes. This world has made you into a slave. So many times you have served its will, and not once have the powers that be ever thought to grant you the one simple thing you wish for. You have been treated most unfairly. I can change that. I will grant you special privileges and give you back the status you rightly deserve as a descender.
I've entered the past 3 times at this point, but I still have so many questions. For instance, beyond each point being further back in time than the last, what determines the specific locations at which I can make entry? So far, the common thread linking all 3 scenarios is that the Traveler has been present. But it's more than that. I know I sensed something familiar around her. What was it?
The normal Genshin player. Dotori is so right. Me. Dude, I am doing just fine. I mean, obviously, like, he's saying all of this to tempt us, right? Because, like, I feel like the scariest thing you can do with a villain character, okay, maybe not scariest, but the more, like, a good way to make a villain character interesting is that they are at some level telling the truth, you know? Like, obviously he's saying this as like to tempt us, you know? And it's clear that Lumine/Ether Traveler ain't taking a shit. Like, no duh. But like, what I mean to say is that, like, he's not bullshitting. Like, there is, there is an element of truth to what he's saying, you know? Now, obviously he is using that in an attempt to, like, get us to join him and stuff, but yeah. He's objective, yeah.
I'll keep this question in mind as I carry on.
When we're fighting River?
Humans
Hey!
should never change. Always trying to use powers you neither comprehend nor control.
Just like you?
This looks like Star Sand Shoal. Was this before Rerir regained his physical form?
You've messed with the cannon again, huh? Sorry, but this round's not gonna go your way.
The cannon. That's right. I was at Silver Moon Hall and I sensed an abnormal Kuvaki fluctuation coming from Nasha Town. And right after that, came an ominous power emanating from Star Sand Shoal.
My body was once torn into countless pieces and hurled into the swirling chaos of time itself. But even so, my life and will were not extinguished.
I wonder if I could try to prevent his resurrection. But how would I do it?
Who are you to judge, literally?
What can I do, here and now?
Traveler! Behind you! Look at that light!
No, I won't make it in time. She's using the Kuvaki shield like I taught her. Is she gonna use it to block the cannon's beam? She's strong. I'm sure she can manage. But the force released when the beam impacts the shield might lead to collateral damage. Easy Island. The Frost Moon Scions will be exposed to lethal levels of Kuvaki.
A question, if I may, kind Miss Columbina. When the cannon's Kuvaki beam was deflected earlier, I saw several bolts of energy streak toward Hisi Island, only to be blocked.
Oh.
Did you also have a hand in that?
Maybe that really was me after all. Well, future me.
Future/present.
But I don't know if I have enough power left.
Sigi sato pasa sax, niti ipotofutos.
There's no time.
Osestikos paratin tiram to risuiku to.
I have to make it. Oh, Frost Moon. Oh, great land. Oh, slumbering moonlight of Nod-Krai. If you can hear me, if you can sense my call, then please, heed me once more!
Oh, she emoted there for a second. Oh. Oh, space. Do I... Oh, okay. Do it like this. Well, we did it. Oh.
Did it work?
You good there? Spam button. Yeah, I noticed.
Hey, wake up.
Oh, hello.
Hey, did you hear me? Columbina, I said wake up now!
Flashback or?
Oh, good morning, Sandrone.
It's 3 in the afternoon, actually.
Bro, I felt that, though.
Could you kindly not use my quarters as your personal nap room next time?
I felt that, though. There's a... Raining in Fontaine. That's the name of the track.
Aw, but I feel so safe here. And your coffee, right? It's so bitter, but it smells lovely.
It's like you were raised by wolves in a forest or something. What did you drink growing up? Grass tea?
The Frost Moon Scions certainly led a more frugal existence than the Fatui.
Then I'll bet you've never eaten one of these before.
Bread!
It smells delicious.
That's because it's a Fontanian recipe. I had a little free time today, so I made a batch. Rosaline will be here shortly, but if you really can't wait, I guess you can go ahead and...
She's such a tsundere.
Hey, at least let me finish before you start eating. Did the Frost Moon Scions not teach you basic table manners?
No, they just handed me anything I wanted.
Or did the rules not apply to you because you're the high and mighty moon goddess?
These are so tasty.
Of course they are. I made them.
I was worried they might contain traces of machine oil.
What?
That made me laugh.
You know, there's something I've always wanted to ask you. Why did you leave your old home and join the Fatui? I mean, I'm sure their food was awful. But there's gotta be more to it than that.
Guys, I just realized that the food from the Frost Moon Scions is British food.
Well, life there didn't go quite how I imagined.
What were you expecting? You're a god. Your followers are gonna make some demands of you, right?
No, see, but here's the problem. The Archons, even if they're not all powerful, they have enough power to achieve the demands of their people. I do not, and my power is slowly being stripped away every second that I am alive, until I die.
Surely you can just answer a few prayers here and there in return for the free food and drink. How bad can it be?
Because every time I use it, I get closer to my death.
Well, would you help other people just for free food and drink? The doctor told me that you were created by a great mechanic, Lord something Fisher.
Huh?
The Lord Artificer.
Ah.
Some people can't keep their mouths shut.
Oh, Lord Artificer. And didn't he have something to do with the,
Narcissencrits?
Narcissist?
Narcissencreutz's Ordo.
Yes, that was it. Nartitzenkreuz Ordo. So, would you try to fulfill their wishes?
You must be joking. I wouldn't go even if they paid me. I don't even know them.
Exactly. Well, I felt the same way. I did not know the people who made demands of me.
Huh. What do you know? We're on the same page for once. In his later years, Alan did ask me if there was anything I wanted to do. If I had any wishes of my own. Well, I don't. And I'm not in any mood to fulfill someone else's either.
Who's Alain?
He was
my creator.
You know what? Never mind. You're not gonna remember. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is, neither of us is the self-sacrificing type.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. What sort of place would you like to live in, if you could choose?
A place where people don't ask me for things I cannot give them.
Yeah.
Where they don't worship me, or fear me, but just want to chat with me like a normal person.
Yeah.
I'd also like the freedom to come and go as I please. And ideally, it would be somewhere with the smell of coffee and snacks.
Not to burst your bubble, but no such place exists in the world.
Girl.
Now, take your snacks and scram.
Girl. I really liked that little moment, where Marionette's like, neither of us are self-sacrificial people who want to save the world. You know, we're just kind of here. We're not that type of person. And I mean, she even said it herself, you know. I don't want people to ask things of me that I literally can't do.
Did I pass out? Of course. I'm back here again. I dreamed of events from my past. Sandrone. Traveler. I miss you all so much. Back there. I guess I managed to harness all the Kuvaki energy on Hisi Island. But how did I do it? Time is flowing backwards here, and I can use that familiar power to enter the world of the past. That mystery ally everyone talked about. It was me all along. I can sense that there isn't much more power remaining up ahead. What lies at the end of all of this? Will time keep flowing into the past? And will I ever find my way back? It's getting harder and harder to use my power. I'm no match for the Abyss in this state. I need to avoid the contaminated fragments.
Okay. Whoops. Alright, what's in here?
Time to go. I wonder where I'll find myself this time. The Final Night Cemetery. This is where Flint's is based.
Or not? How are we supposed to read through this many files?
And she pushed it. And she
Difficult,
pushed it, I
yes,
remember.
But it is also our most efficient option.
And we all thought it was a ghost.
Seems like they're searching for information. Oh, I remember. Flint's and Varga talked about some files on the Wild Hunt. Was this my doing too?
To expose the true intentions of this Rarir, we need to dive into Nod-Krai's history.
Are my actions changing the past? Or are they simply completing a process? Is Is all of this inevitable? Or am I the one making these decisions?
Damn, okay, you're thinking about it a little too deeply.
If I choose not to help them now, will it change how things turn out?
Hope we don't land on our heads then.
They're my friends. I can't not help them.
Ghost!
And the other one was... here.
Hey! Another file's moving!
That should do it. Luanatar? You can sense my presence? Wait!
Oh, too much, too much. Too much change.
Luanatar. So she's that familiar presence I've been sensing all along. She's always been by the Traveler's side. That explains why the Traveler has been there each time I've entered the past. But why Luanatar? Is it because she has a connection to me as the Moon Goddess's familiar? If so, why not any other Kuhenki? That's...
She's moving herself. The truth will be discovered. Okay.
I cannot sense any power up ahead. Just a void, stretching out into infinity.
So is this the last one?
This is likely my final chance to enter the past. It's now or never. I have to find a way back.
Alright, let's see. See what's up.
Hisi Island? How far back in time is this? Where's Luanatar? I can't sense her presence this time.
Well, we're here.
Seeing Anafa and Aino reunited like that sure was heartwarming.
Traveler, Paimon. No, stay calm. I don't have much power left to change things. I don't even have that much time left here. Think, Columbina. How do I find a way back? A way back... to where? Do I go back to Moon Prayer Night? Or to the future that followed? And if I return in my current state, what will become of me then? Dotori's actions that day proved that he'd been planning that for a long time. He had already seized the power of 2 moon marrows before capturing me. Even if I manage to get back, how can I fight against him when he wields the Tri-Lune Authority? I can't. If I go back like this, I'll be playing right into his hands. I have to find some way of rivaling the power he has usurped. Wait. Time flowing backwards. The Tri-Lune Authority. Does that mean... I think I know what the final destination of this lunar reflection might be.
Okay.
I know what I must do.
What are you gonna do?
Speaking of homes, we must already be close to where the Frost Moon Scions live. The vibe here feels different. Just like the scenery.
But how do I communicate my plan to my friends? Should I write it down here? No. Someone else will see it. I need something with a close connection to me. Something I can use as a medium to tell them what's happened to me in here. it makes sense.
And that's why you created the little kuhenki thingy? Okay. Huh. This is insane.
Hey, what was that? I feel like some sort of breeze blew by, and then the petals suddenly turned into...
That's insane.
Huh?
Like, all of these little things happening because of Columbina. That's insane, actually. I know I said that like a million times, but like, I'm just like, dang. Even this far back.
It was I who brought Luanatar into being. I gave up a piece of my own soul to create her.
Huh.
That's why I could sense a familiar power from the moment I entered this space.
Because that was me all along.
It also explains why she's been present in every past location that I've entered. Because we have a deep connection.
Hey there! What's your name?
And the reason why there are no more gates to the past after this point is that Luanatar hadn't been born then. No wonder I sensed the trace of a blessing when we first met. But I still didn't recognize the soul hidden within you. Back then, I was just a little lost dove. I had yet to become Columbina Hyposelenia.
Go on now. We've got stuff to do. Best you find someone else to hang out.
Whoops. Whoops.
Hey, you scared it off.
I'll be counting on you. Remember to stay by the traveler's side. Guide her, and help her in my stead. Oh, and bring her to the garden where the moon prayer blossoms grow.
Oh.
There's a little lost dove there who will need her help.
That's so cute.
Go on. You too. Go and live your story. As for mine must go in a different direction.
Everything is connected, literally. Literally. A traveler on a winter's night. Did we finish the cutscene? We better have, I'm gonna be honest. Oh, no, okay, we still got this guy. Okay.
How would you like to experience the thrill of never being held accountable for your actions? You could crush people like ants without consequence, or tear off their heads, or limbs.
This guy is
as you
great.
please.
I love this dude so much. Okay, I think... Oh man, I don't know, because we're still stuck on this cutscene. This never-ending cutscene is so long. Okay, I'm debating whether or not we should stop it or if we should finish this Satori thing one last time. I don't know. Is this a good, like, stopping point, or, is this a good stopping point? Because, it's getting late, you know? I don't know, I'm just debating. You're almost there. Am I almost close to the end of the cutscene? Because, oh my god, I wish I am. Okay, I'll play the tutorial part, then. But if there's anything more, then I think that's when I'll end the stream.
Believe me, such a life is but one small step away.
What point is he trying to make? Freedom? But the freedom to kill?
Yes.
To do evil
Yes.
and get away with it?
No, that's exactly what he's saying, Lumine. Like, it's not that hard to comprehend.
Why would you offer me that?
The creation of a world is the ultimate scientific experiment.
Makes sense.
I have taken my research to the highest level, where I shall be not just a god, but also a servant to many sacred spirits. I shall heed the truth and perform holy deeds. A god's laboratory is the perfect playground. but it needs the right occupant to explore its full potential. Mortals are found everywhere one looks. Not so with Descenders. I'd prefer my first guest to be a distinguished individual such as yourself. And I know you could make the most of the opportunities it offers.
So the condition for entering the new world is to take innocent lives. The same dilemma that Rerir once faced.
Wait, like deadass? Hold up. For real? Like... Also as a servant to many sacred paths, hear the truth and through them. Okay. Is it? I think that's just his crazy talk, Lumine.
Could I really bring myself to kill others for my own benefit? Rerir did. And look where it got him.
Girlie, I don't know what you're talking about. You're killing Conrians like every day.
Have you made up your mind?
I can't do it. Your playground is no place for me. You're putting your hopes in the wrong person. But we both know I'm not quite the hero you say I am either. I have my own reasons for the journey I'm on. And they aren't all selfless.
It's like, hey, I mean, you're probably right in the sense that I really am doing all this just to find my brother and get some answers. But my god, like, I'm not evil or anything.
You've grown a lot since we last met. But there are still things you are unwilling to compromise on.
You know, like, I still have a
This
heart.
will only hinder you.
I still have a heart.
Why don't I lower my requirements a little as a gesture of goodwill? I'll give you a little time to learn to be a less noble soul. That'll make things much easier for you.
I really doubt I could live that sort of life.
And yet you already sound less defiant than a moment ago. Oh. The benefits appeal to you because you can read the signs of the times. Why don't we return to my research facility? Your last visit was so rushed. There is much that I have yet to show you.
Cutscene, 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 cutscene.
Now
Sorry
to
if I
that
peeked the mic.
question,
Heroes don't attack from behind. Guess I'm no hero.
Okay.
This is most
fascinating.
Disappointing.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Hello and what? Yeah, there's a bit happened. Yeah, but that's not gonna do anything. Yeah, no, it's not at all.
Now then.
Oh. Hello? Hey, yo! Do they know, though? Does Dotori know who he is?
A new face. Interesting.
We were in the space the whole time! Ah! Everything is so connected. This is so cool. Look, everything led up to that point. Everything led... Ah, that's so awesome. That's awesome. Hat Guy! How did you get here?
You're still gonna call me Hat Guy after that, huh?
Wanderer! You came all this way to just to save me?
I didn't see anyone else in there who needed saving.
Fair enough. Thank you so much. Fair point. You just caught me by surprise. Thank you. Wait, you're injured?
It's nothing. I'll be fine. Why are you looking at me like that? Is it that shocking that I'd come to your rescue?
I'm more shocked that you caught the doctor off guard.
I owed you a favor back in Sumeru.
Aww.
Now we're even.
Now don't ask me to do anything for you ever again.
Distracting Dotori was tough. I won't lie. He's not gonna fall for the same trick twice. That was my one shot. I'd hoped to use it to take him out. Ugh. I never wanted to obliterate someone more than I do right now. Dotori doesn't recognize me.
Yeah.
But his segments were originally made based on an analysis of my operational principles.
Yeah, that makes sense, actually. Yeah, that makes sense.
I expect it's only a matter of time before he figures out what I am.
So Dotori doesn't recognize Wanderer because he deleted himself from Irminsul.
Yeah.
Did he really miss his only chance for revenge by saving me?
Oh, wow. Oh, I didn't even think about that, yeah.
Why the long face? Hey, I'm not blaming you, okay? And I'm not complaining either. Rescuing you and killing Dotori are equally important goals. Everyone would be pretty stuck without you. It's best you live to fight another day.
He's so nice, oh my gosh. Like, he's so nice now.
How are you holding up?
His character arc is so
all right?
cool.
Hat guy said to put safety first, so we agreed to run as far away as we could after leaving the energy field, and only meet up once it was safe.
You don't look injured. It seems that Dotori didn't do anything to you.
Yeah, I'm fine, guys. Thanks.
All right. Rescue operation complete. Let's head back. There's a lot more work to be done before this is over.
Oh, okay. There's still more? Oh my god! Yeah, I think we're ending the stream. How is there still more to this cutscene?
Understood. I will bear the Tsaritsa's decree in mind.
Okay, guys, it's getting hella late and this damn thing does not end. So I think we're going to end the stream for tonight, because unfortunately I cannot stream for like 8 hours straight. So, yeah. What was it? Every theory that Dotori knows about Wanderer is debunked, apparently, yeah. But a lot of very interesting stuff. Okay, let's go out into the infinite void. Let's go out into the infinite void and chat about everything we just learned. Oh, yep, chat about everything we just learned. Me who ate 8 hours straight. I wish I could, but I can't now. Oh my god, that's... Why would they do that? I really wonder, like, why? Why? Do they think that having you in, like, an endless cutscene would, like, make you more likely to sit and play? I don't think so. It's, like, why? I don't like that. I don't like this direction that the devs are doing with just these never-ending cutscenes. I really don't like that because, like, I get that they're making the story a lot more cinematic, but here's the thing. Genshin is not a movie. It's a video game, okay? As much as it wants to be a movie, it's a video game, and video games, especially when you're not on when you're not playing with another person, should have the ability to pause. Yeah, especially for you know, people like me who like streaming the game, and I don't feel like streaming for 8 hours straight. So I don't really like that, but again, like that would just be my complaints like in the past few arcs. At that point, just make a movie. Honestly, yeah, like I don't know, like I get it, like because they have so much story that they need to show to the audience. But I feel like you can do that with some breaks, guys. Like, oh my god. I feel like y'all can do this with some breaks. I feel like locking you in a never-ending cutscene will, if anything, just make people avoid it. So like, I don't know what's up with that. Okay, but as in everything we're learning, everything that we're discovering, really cool how most of most of the like Albedo Durin stuff was like building up towards our rescue, and also like Nefer looking into our memories, eventually coming into the conclusion that we are trapped in one of those, in his little like experiment bubbles. Yeah, that we're all trapped in his little experiment bubbles, and of course our little discussion about like elemental energy to make them break through the bubble so we could capture, not capture, but so that they could like rescue us. That was really cool. I love how that was built up. That was awesome. I was dead. Wait, hold up. I was dead, and with the, I don't need sleep, I need answers. No, I felt that, but, I'm playing with you guys, so there's a, and it's also just like, I don't want to play in the, I don't want to play for that long, like, oh my goodness. But, yeah, that was really cool, that was really neat. For the Columbina thing, I do think it was really cool how they showed that she, how she has been subtly manipulating the events of the past, like all the way back to the little Kuhenki that we met in the, like, very early on in Nod-Krai, and her telling the Kuhenki, hey, take her to see me because I'm a little lost dove, and that was so cute. That was so sweet. I love that, with her going like far back to before they met and being like take her to see me because she literally like changed my life. That's beautiful. That was beautiful. I thought that was super sweet, super cute. With the other manipulating, other things of her like manipulating like things that we thought was just like, oh, well, that we have a mysterious ally, or we have a little ghost, or like it's just really cool how they like showed all of that. There's a, like, I'm not gonna lie though, there was like a little tiny part of me that was wondering whether or not that was planned, you know what I mean? Like whether or not like, I wonder if they were always intending Columbina to do this. But at the same time, I do think it was. I do think it was because A, this is Genshin freaking Impact, and these people are nothing but not dedicated. And so yeah, no, that was really, really cool. That was really sweet, especially at the end. And finally, yeah, just Dottore being himself, running experiments, causing the deaths of a whole bunch of people. I mean, it's kind of like with last stream. When it comes to the Dottore thing, there's not much I can really say. Like, there's not much I can analyze with Dottore that he doesn't analyze himself. You know what I mean? Man really just kind of spells himself out to us on a silver platter. There's not that much to really talk about. Dottore needs to try harder. There's nothing too much to talk about with Dottore other than, yeah, he's crazy. Yeah, he sucks. Yeah, he's smart. Because, like, it's like I mentioned earlier, the things he says, they're not wrong, right? But at the same time, like, that doesn't necessarily mean that he is right. It just means that he is smart, you know, which he is, obviously, because, like, his whole thing is being a mad scientist. He is a very, very intelligent man. He's just, like, the spawn of Satan, you know what I mean? So, yeah. So basically what happened is a usual Ministry of Science experiment? I don't know. But, yeah. So, like I said, there's not that much to talk about with Dottore other than, like, yeah, he's crazy, but he's also smart. Yeah. Although, the little part where he tells the Traveler, like, I want you to feel how it feels like to do whatever you want with no consequences, I thought that was really cool. Because, like, I knew exactly where he was going with that, which was, well, I have, like, 2 words for it in my brain. The first one is, like, the cookie jar logic, which I'm sure you guys have probably heard several times before, but it's the idea of, you know, when you're a kid and your mom tells you, don't get a cookie from the cookie jar, and then you do, right? And then your mom punishes you. So guess what? You are less likely to take from the cookie jar. Or if you do want a cookie from the cookie jar, you're going to be a lot more careful with it to make sure your mom doesn't see. Right? Right. However, say one day you get the cookie from the cookie jar and nothing happens. What are you going to do? Well, you're going to try it again. Now, of course, you're still going to be cautious because what if mom sees? But after enough cookies and nothing happens, eventually, even if you know there's a chance mom will see, you're going to forget it. Well, not forget about it, but even if you know there's still that chance, that little bit of cautiousness is gone. Because why am I going to be cautious about something where that has no consequences? Right? And it ends with you taking all of the cookies from the cookie jar. Right? Now, it's obviously a much simpler explanation, a much easier, a more PG explanation, with, like, the cookie jar logic. Now, of course, there is many, how I say, darker versions of this exact thing, some actual experiments that people have conducted to show just how far humanity goes when there are no consequences for your actions. Now, I don't know how much this connects to a damn anime video game, so I don't know if I want to get super deep into it, but it is, like, a legit thing that, like, because many of these experiments were run on normal people, just normal, everyday people like me and like you guys on the other side of the screen, just normal, everyday people that under any normal circumstance, we would be like, no, I would never do X, Y, and Z. I would never do that. I'm better. I have a moral conscience, all of that stuff, right? However, these types of experiments have shown that no matter how much you tell yourself, I would never do X, Y, and Z, when the limits are off, when the consequence no longer exists, when there no longer is a reason for you to not do that thing, it's no longer bad to you anymore. And it can go from something as simple as, like I said, stealing a cookie, to something like murder. Anyway, so that got heavy. What is this? The Second Holy Roman Emperor. I was thinking more of like, it was a performance art of, I forgot her name, but it was this European woman. Oh, but that's getting hella deep. Again, I don't know how much this connects to like the anime video game. You know, what I'm trying to say is that, like, it's my theory. I'm not saying this is like, oh, this is like what he was planning the whole time. My theory was that, you know, with Dotori saying, like, I want you to know how it feels like to do whatever you want with no consequence, what I was expecting him to do, you know, when Lumine was like, no, I would never kill a person, and then, Dotori is like, okay, I'm gonna lessen it then. What I was expecting him to do was to do that, like what I just mentioned, this very gradual progression, like make the traveler do, like, at first minor things without consequence, and then, like, gradually make her do more and more, like, crazy things until it eventually leads to murder, right? I'm not saying that, like, that's exactly what he would have done, like, exactly, but that was, like, the mental thought that came to mind. That was what I was, like, thinking. I was like, oh my gosh, he's literally going to, like, trap us in a room and put us through a bunch of, like, social experiments until we get to that point. But, yeah. I don't know who you're talking about, but basically Henry, the Second is famous for doing horrific human experiments. It's crazy. But, yeah. So, like, I do love it when Lumine is like, no, I would never do such a thing. Because, like I said, like, girly, we found out years ago that we've been killing hilichurls like every other day. You know, and we have no qualms with fighting people, you know, and okay, yeah, maybe your goal isn't to kill them, but like, you're still mighty powerful. That still could happen, you know. But I get what they're doing. I get what they're going for, you know, her being like, hey, yo, I'm not a saint, but I'm also not heartless, you know. But I don't know, it was just something that came to mind when he says like, yeah, I want to give you the option of no consequences. You know, because, like, he knows how far someone will go when there is no mothers looking at the cookie jar. He knows exactly where that goes, because he's that himself, and he became that with the moon thing, of course. And, like, we could even go back to, like, him being backed by the Tsaritsa, at least generally. Generally, the Tsaritsa just kind of let him do whatever he wanted. Again, generally. As long as he didn't go too far, quote-unquote, and so I can imagine that led him into, like, a deeper descent than he already was from his college days, which was already pretty crazy. Yeah. So, the first time it was an accident, it felt wrong, but the second time it felt right, and it was an addiction. Sound familiar? No, like, that's kind of, yeah, that's how the descent happens, really. It's just, like, because there are no consequences, you start to, like, lose your sense of right and wrong. Because the unfortunate truth about human nature is that we determine what is right and wrong through consequence. And so when there is no consequence, even if logically we know it's wrong, even if we know that logically, there's still like, well, nothing's going to happen if I do it. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, I was gonna say, like, it's kind of like when you're playing a video game and you want to play as the villain, and so you do all of the, like, evil options. I don't know, I was thinking, like, the genocide route in Undertale, and you do all of, like, the bad actions because, you know, you're purposely trying to play the villain. And it's like, you know that what you're doing is wrong. Like, again, in Undertale, the characters themselves, like, you see them suffering and you see them withdraw from you, and you see, like, the Snowdin town just, like, completely desolate and empty. And so it's like, you as the player, intuitively, like, logically, you know that what you're doing is wrong. You know how you're affecting the city, how you're affecting the residents. But because you, the player, nothing's happening to you because you're the player, obviously. Like, it's a video game. So you keep doing it. Even if you feel bad for the characters, nothing's really happening to you, so you're gonna keep doing it. Right? It's like that, I guess. There's a reason why emotions tend to override logic. Yeah. So, I was thinking of it, I guess that's a way to put it, I guess. Like, what I'm trying to say, in a more, like, relatable example. In a more relatable example. And Dotori treats everything like a game. Nothing's going to happen to him. So, even if I probably feel bad, what do I care? You know? So, yeah, no, like, I think that's, it's interesting. It's really cool. It's a thing that I was, like, thinking of, throughout that entire, like, little scene. I was gonna say something else. I forgot what it was. Hold on a sec, let me try to remember. No, I don't, darn it. Want to override the need, no matter if the need is the correct choice. Yeah, I don't know, but... yeah, that's just what I was thinking, you know, like... So, yeah, Lumine, you're Lumine, you're right. You are obviously better than Dottore, like, no shit, like, obviously you're better. But, you know, you can say up and down that you're a better person and that you would never take someone's life, but he low-key got a point. If the barriers are removed, if the barriers are removed and there's no more consequence for you, you could easily fall into that trap. Okay, Sandrone's section? Dude, I think I already said, like, with Sandrone herself, okay, so we basically got confirmation that Elaine built her, effectively. We basically got confirmation for that. She was basically like a little maid for him when he was old. Most likely definitely inspired by his sister, who we all know died tragically inside of Elenis. So, that's a pretty neat little tidbit of lore. One thing I find interesting and I really do love about Sandrone's character is how she makes it very, very clear that she doesn't want to be a hero. She doesn't want to be the self-sacrificial martyr she doesn't want to be the self-sacrificial martyr who does this for the good of the people. She just wants to, like, I don't know, she just wants to live her life. Now, obviously, Sandrone isn't heartless. As much as she will present herself as heartless, she is not. So, of course, when the chips are down, she's going to help people. But she makes it very clear, like, I am not the hero. I'm just helping because, well, like, I feel bad for you, of course. Like, I have empathy, as much as she will deny it. I really love that. And I love that she relates to Columbina in a very similar way. Because, yeah, no, Columbina is very similar. Where, you know, because of who she is, which is a god, she is basically expected to be the person who gives everything for their people. And you know what? She was. Actually, no, she is. She is someone who, like, we literally see it, like, like, Revir's attack was heading towards Hisi Island, which were her people, and she gave a massive chunk of her power to protect them. Like, she is still that, of course. But, of course, the thing is that because the Scions expected more out of her, stuff that she couldn't give, due to her being a moon goddess. Like, because of that, like, it's not that, it's just like Sandrone. Like, she cares about people, of course. She cares about people, and she will give a lot for people. But that's not necessarily the issue. The problem is that people expect her to do everything, which she cannot. And so, it's not the same as Sandrone, per se. It's not exactly the same. Where Sandrone is just straight up like, I don't want to be the hero, period. I think for Columbina, it's more like, I was meant to be the hero, but I don't have the means to. Or more like, everyone expects me to be the hero, but I can't. Kind of thing. I can't be the ultra-powerful, self-sacrificial hero that people expect out of me. And I hate it when they keep thinking of me that way. So, cause like I said, yeah, like, on some level, she is that. The problem is that people think she can do more when she can't. Yeah. Yeah. So, except with Nahida. What? I don't know. So, I really like their little relationship with that. I think it's really, I don't know, they're like mirrors of each other. They're very similar. Not the same, because as I mentioned earlier, like, for instance, the reason why they don't want to be heroes, I'm going to put it, they're not the same, of course. Sandrone straight up doesn't want to. She just wants to live her average-ass life. She's just not heartless. Meanwhile, Columbina, like, I do genuinely think that she wants to. She just can't. Just like with the sages with Nahida. Yeah, no, that's a good example as well, yeah. That the sages expected her to be Rukkhadevata. And Nahida isn't. Not really. And they didn't like that. Very similar, very similar. So I really liked that. That was pretty neat. So, for the notes that I read, this probably has very little to do with the actual story. Probably, maybe, I don't know. Sandrone did draw the Tree of Kabbalah on her notes, so maybe it's going to become relevant, but that's to be seen. That is to be seen, but can the stream not glitch for 1 second? Unfortunately, I am powerless against that. The little thing about the Fontanian, the like Italian named guy seeking out information. I mean, I already mentioned this earlier, but like what we have established is there are things about the primordial civilization, because it's clearly what they're talking about, how the guy talked about, like, oh, there's a lot of these, like, ancient things from, like, pre-Remuria, and they seem to also be connected to other regions and different lands and blah, blah, blah. Like, that's obviously the primordial civilization. And the Tree of Kabbalah. Okay. I don't know if it's going to have its own... The world formula, I think is what they call it, actually. I think they called it the world formula, like, in Genshin, but in real life, that's the Tree of Kabbalah. I guess I'm just gonna call it the world formula, because that's what it is in game. The world formula is clearly, like, a thing that, like, the people of the primordial civilization knew about, which makes a lot of sense, because before Sun and Moon made it very clear that this type of info was very accessible to the people back then. They have this, and of course this was given to Remus. And yeah, of course this was given to Remus, basically to know the inner workings of how fate works, which I think that basically explains how he created the Phobos. Okay, maybe not explain it completely, but I mean, like, cause, like, to my knowledge, I don't think there hasn't been any other god that has attempted to build their own fate. Wait, okay, there's Deshret with the Golden Slumber, but I think that was more so like a realm he was creating. It was more so a realm, while Remus was like straight up trying to rewrite fate, period. I think. And so it would explain how, like, Sibia gives him the world formula, literally like how fate is created. And it makes sense how he would use that to create his own fate, or his bootleg version of it, which, as we all know, crashed and burned. But that's pretty neat. And of course Cassiodor would know about it, because Remus and Cassiodor were pretty chummy. And I guess Cassiodor lived for a good while. He lived for a good while, for some of his followers to be, like, descendants. Like, that's crazy. I don't know, at least like 1 or 2 generations maybe. And the author being like, hey, you from the Marchese Hunter, like, you clearly know about a lot of Remurian stuff, can you tell me something? And Cassiodor's like, no, and he's like, please, and he's like, no, and he's like, please, and he's like, ugh, okay, fine, this right here, this is the world formula, have your spin with it. And the author is like, okay, but, like, what is this? You don't need to know. It's some crazy ancient stuff, you know, like the last person I knew who came across this, well, it wasn't came across, he was gifted it, but the last person I knew who fiddled around with this, it ended badly. So I will give you the diagram, but I'm not gonna explain what it is. Very, very cool. Really loved that. I love me some Remurian stuff. But also just, like, it's really cool how it connects to, like, the greater world of Genshin as well, with, like, how fate works and stuff. That was pretty nice. I don't have much to say with the Narcissencrats, I'm not gonna lie, which kind of sucks because I spent a good while reading those. I spent like a long time reading those things, and I kind of feel bad that, like, I don't really have much to say other than, yeah, that didn't end well. That's all I really got for that, unfortunately. Just like, yeah, Renee was pretty close to, sorry Renee, not Elaine, sorry. Elaine was pretty close to Elaine and, oh my god, I'm messing up the names. Elaine and Jacob and Renee were pretty close, they were indeed. Yeah, they were adopted by people in the Institute. Yeah, they were child prodigies, they were big brains. Yeah, that ended badly. I don't really have much else to say other than, yeah, they were pretty close, pretty cute, and everything blew up in their face, and Elaine was like, "What are you doing? You turned one of our friends into a pile of goop. I don't like you guys anymore, and I'm going to become a social recluse." But one thing I do like is the little moment in, like, early on, like in one of the first, like, documents that I read, which was Elaine, oh my gosh, Elaine coming across Deshret technology, because they mentioned, like, it was stuff from, like, desert ruins. It's obviously desert technology, and how he tamed it, and how, like, the author is like, it's very weird to say this in machine terms, but it really feels like it tamed it, which is implying that, you know, these machines kind of sort of have a mind of their own, albeit probably a simulated one, which, like, I don't know if that's necessarily been established per se with, like, King Deshret stuff, but, like, kinda. Because I think back to the Golden Slumber quest where we're hanging out with Jet and her little, like, her little machine thingy, or not, even more so, Kave's suitcase, where, not to say that it has human levels of intelligence or it has, like, the capability for complex thought or anything like that, but it very clearly, it can think of it by itself. It has, like, a personality and stuff, you know, it's a chatbot. So, yeah. And so they did kind of sort of establish that. So they, you know, brought that over to Fontaine. Elaine looked at it, got very interested, and so then they're talking a lot about these thinking machines. And I'm pretty sure that, like, yeah, no, I'm pretty sure, like, the implication is that Sandrone is the way she is, as in, like, a semi-sentient robot, is because of Elaine's, like, early fascination with machines that, like, have their own mind. Albeit, again, not necessarily complex with Deshret's machines, but, like, they have one nonetheless. So that was pretty neat. Okay, that's it. No, I think I'm done. This was a pretty long stream. Actually, no, this was a very long stream. It's, like, nearly, nah, it's getting late, and Okay. Stream was really fun. Learned a lot of really cool thing. I forgot to mention about, like, phlogiston and the elements, but I already mentioned that when they brought it up. That was pretty neat. It was very much implied that the elements are basically just refined light energy. But it's really neat. Oh yeah, and also, like, the prism example. That, you know, light is light, but pass it through a prism and it becomes different colors, and those are elements. That's pretty cool. It's a thing that's kind of been hinted at and a lot of theorists already figured out, but it is very neat to get some, like, full-on confirmation for it. Yeah, no, that's it. I'm done. This stream was pretty fun, and I hope you guys really liked it. I'm kind of tired. So, for my next stream, because I want to finish this section, oh my god. I'm not gonna stream tomorrow, but probably Wednesday. Yeah, I'll try to stream on Wednesday, see what's up. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stream on Wednesday, and, yeah, no, that's basically it. No, I have nothing else to say other than this was pretty fun, but I kind of want to sleep. And, you guys should too, depending on the area you're in. So, yeah, no, that's it. See you guys next time.